This isn't Sea of Stars. What in the gosh dang heck, dude? Oh, brother. I got caught in the middle of a game and it started. Can you fault a guy? Gonna play more Sea of Stars after I finish this round of Balatro. Can you blame a guy? This game's fun. I like it a lot. I'm gonna post things everywhere. Honestly, like, I don't need to fucking post shit. Okay, I cannot see where my friggin' dongle is, so we're gonna play with a controller, and it's gonna be real good. I hope this shows up. Hang on, let me try one thing here. Oh, now I can see my... Like, I don't know what the deal with OBS is sometimes. I'm just, like, out here playing a video game, and suddenly OBS is like, no, you don't get to see anything. Okay, I'm gonna change this to Balatro because I don't want to lie to people. And then it'll be Sea of Stars. Okay? So I'm like in a run, it's pretty cool. I've been fucking around on my shit. You know what it is. Oh, you can't see any of this. Why are you not able to... Why is that a thing? Yeah. Why do you not like that? Hold on. This is actually bothering me. What the hell is going on here? Very strange, very strange. Very curious. It doesn't open up the way I expected. Yeah, like why does it not load like that? It's very strange. Very strange indeed. Like, hold up. Let me look this up because I'm confused. Balatro OBS error. No, not oops, error. OBS not working. Whatever. It literally puts the BS in OBS. OBS with Balatro not updating. Okay, this is a me issue, it looks like. I'm not sure why this is the case. Like, it just doesn't update that way. This is fucking stupid. Also, it's really hot in this room. Holy moly. Forgot. I forgot how hot it gets in this room. When I stream and it's summer. Yeah, so like... Why is it not... Like, so then I just can't... What? This is dumb. This is really dumb. Hold on. I'm gonna just remove this. And I'm gonna, like, do a game capture. And it's gonna be so good, dude. Windows balatro.exe. There we go. And then I gotta put that behind everything because I am, in fact, the most professional streamer ever. So professional. You want to know how professional I am? I'm like so professional, it hurts. Every morning I wake up, my bones shatter into billions of tiny pieces. Okay, cool. Now we are good. Okay. Enough of this bullshit. Here's where I'm at. I just don't really want to play two pairs. Like, I don't want to build up my pair number too much. Gotta hit the this. So I have this guy that I'm gonna build up and eventually... Ooh, I could probably... It just... Okay, so there's a few things. One, I'm building up the price of everything so that I can eventually use the ceremonial dagger and then proceed to get a lot of mults. I like using the obelisk, but I think it's going to be really useful. Onyx agate's great right now. I've been trying to load the deck with clubs, but I haven't had much luck with my tarot cards. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to dump probably both of these pair of twos as I hunt for clubs. Yeah. And I'm going to get a tarot in the card. Okay, yeah, so that worked out great. Because now I have a option to do a steel card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that for later. Part of me wants to do a two pair here and reset it, which I'm okay with doing at this point in time. I think, how do I want to play this? Because what I could do is I could also hunt for a flush. And I think that could work as well. No, there's fewer... the odds are not in my favor if I want to do that. So what I think I could do... I've got a lot of discards. I think what I'll hunt a flush, why not? Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I would have had a 3 of a kind. What can you do? Okay. Let's dump that. Suboptimal play. Okay. Let's just play this hand. Get rid of our 5s. Nice work. Nice work. Nice work. Nice work. See, even just a pair of 5s gives me that. So, like, I'm doing okay for myself. Gonna dump all of these. Okay. I got a pair of aces. I'm gonna play this 9 along with it, so I can hope to get some clubs. In fact, I'm just gonna chase a bunch of clubs. And I got them. Very nice. Very cool. I could have turned that 10 into another steal if I wanted, but I think I'm gonna save it. Yeah, look at that big number go up. I love it when big number go up. It's my favorite thing about this game. Okay, yeah. Not worth it. This is worth it. And the reason it's worth it is because that can be read as a club. Let's see. I don't really want any of these. I think I just want this. I think I want the club. Or actually, I'll buy the 10 of spades and turn it into a wild card. Or I'll turn, I'll do something with it. It'll be fine. I want that high number because then what I could do is I can turn it into a club. Or a wild card, rather. We have a flush? No, we have full houses, though. And how are my full house numbers looking? Okay, they're okay. Let's try boosting our... fuck it. Let's just make full house even higher. Why not, right? Why not, right? Oh, yeah. Love me some Bellagio. I don't know what blank does. I haven't done anything yet. I could buy it. I have money. Whatever. Let's see. This is at 17, so I'm gonna get a plus 34 the next time when I kill it. Okay. Yeah, at this point, we can do that. Or actually, let's give it one more round. We'll kill off Scary Face. Oh, that's a lot of money. I don't need it, though. Okay, so now we have plus 32 molt. That's real good. I'm going to turn this into a wild card. No, not. I lied. I am going to dump all of these. There's that 10 of spades I wanted to make a wild card. I'm going to do it. No, I'm going to save it for when I need it. I forgot what the boss blind is. I didn't look. Not ideal. Let's see. I think I ditched this, and I ditched this. It didn't really do much for me. I would have had a straight that I could have played, but I think what I do is I want these kings. I want this 3 there. I think I'm going to go flush hunting in just a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play all of these first. And it's a pair, right? Pair is good for now. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then what I'm going to do... I'm going to convert one of these... I'm going to turn the 3 into a steel card. No. Yeah, let's turn the 3 into a... No, 5 into a steel. I don't like any of this. Let's turn this jack into a wild card. So at least get, like, the club bonus. And then I can play these, get rid of them, and now I have 4 clubs. Okay, now I have a flush. Cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dump these. See if I can't get anything better. Okay. Seeing as I don't think I'm going to get anything better, time to turn this 3 into a steel card. And we will now play a flush. Okay, yep, cool. Yeah, so now we're going to get a bunch of molts. It's going to multiply all over the dang place. It's going to multiply all over the floor. Okay, what are we looking at here? We have another flush that we could play, but that feels wasteful initially. Let's dump these guys. See if we get any other diamonds. And wouldn't you know, we do. Okay, I'm going to play this. Let's see if I can get just enough. Okay, I'm probably going to lose the hand here. Or maybe not. Okay, what am I going to do with this last hand? I have this. I want my clubs to pay off. How am I going to make that maximized? By ditching anything that's not a club or a steel card. I'm going to keep my aces, though. Aces are good. But then that leaves me with this. Ah, fuck. This is not ideal. How many aces do I have? I have 5 aces left. Do I expect to draw any? The odds are low. Of fucking course. Okay, that blows. That really blows. Fuck. Okay, well... We own that decision, and I don't think we're gonna get it. I don't think 3.4 molt, but I don't think we're gonna get it here. Yeah, I think I blew it. Yep. Alright, cool. Let's go play some Sea of Stars. Oh, yeah. Let's go. I got a new Joker. What is it? When round begins, add a random playing card with a random seal to your hand. Ooh, that's pretty good. That seems pretty real. This is a fun game. In case you're curious. Oh, interesting. I have beaten the game 3 times. I beat yellow, and I beat blue, and then I beat ghost. So, that's pretty cool. I think I'm pretty. Do you think I'm pretty cool, chat? Does anyone even know? Whatever. Let's just quit and play Sea of Stars. let's away to lay Sea of Stars, eh? Where even is it? Okay. And we'll change the thing back to Sea of Stars. There we go. Okay. Back like I never left. Let's go. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no. This one. Yeah, that's the one. Look, there it is. Back again with the Sea of Stars of the gosh dang future! I don't know about you all. I'm sure we'll talk about it plenty tonight, but for those of you who don't know, for those of you who've lived under a rock, today was the day of a total solar eclipse. That's right. That's right. Why, yes, it is in fact the day of the solar eclipse. We had a real solar eclipse in real life. A real one, like a gosh darn real Solarian eclipsoid, as it were. Oh, I gotta send the Sea of Stars to another person. Who the whomst is at Jen. Alright, there we go. Problem solved. I had to post the fact that I was live playing Sea of Stars for the hit Nintendo PC. What do you have to say? Anything? Lots of new faces today. I don't have the energy to do the voice acting tonight, folks. Look, it's the pirate, robot, cowboy cliche. Ah, yes, we can jump on the stage. Wanna see me slap that bass, pal? Amazing flautist. I love that they turn the tracks on and off as you talk to them. Ah! It's the boss theme. What is a concertina? This is awesome. I'm glad you feel that way, Garl. That's right, Garl. How could we forget Garl, our hit friend Garl, the guy. The hit singer Garl. But yeah, so there was a solar eclipse today, and yeah, I went and saw it. Yeah, I didn't go to Dracula's castle. Yeah, that's right, I looked at it through a pair of glasses. I am very cool and safe, and we drove from Ann Arbor to Ohio, and we left early. We left early in the day, around 8:30 or 9 or so, and our goal was to get maybe to Lima, because, you know, we're big Glee fans or whatever. Or something of that nature. Those who try to leave just get called right away. I don't know why I came here, but stuck here all the same. There isn't much to do here. Kind of ironic that the stews are so good. Yeah, they just stew around. Hey, D. Williams, how are you? We left Ann Arbor at about 9 a.m. We got on the highway going south to Toledo, and then beyond. And wouldn't you know, like, Toledo was busy. I was expecting it to be decently busy, you know, as it might often be, just because it's like the nearest place for full totality from Michigan and the Detroit area. I've seen the ghost on the western edge. The ghost? Oh, we're in the water. So we drove and we were doing all right. We had packed lunches and or dinners just in case, because like we had read like some places might be overwhelmed with the number of people who are visiting their town, for example. So we were like, okay, yeah, sure. And Erin's boss had been very on the fence about letting her get time off. So we weren't able to like get any like Airbnb or hotel for the event itself. So we drove, but it was fine. One of the perks of having a boss that realizes, hey, she wants to take her family to the Eclipse is that Erin did all the research for all of these places that we could go. So we happened upon a place by accident because Erin she wanted me to like stop and pull over because she had to use the bathroom or everything, you know, as one does on a road trip. And as it turns out, we pulled off at Bowling Green University, which was one of the places that she had, in fact, researched and suggested to her boss. And she was like, I don't really want to stay here. Oh, hello, have you seen my tortable cookie? No. Sorry. Yeah, I did see Totality. I saw it at Bowling Green, Ohio. And so, but Erin was like, I don't want to see my boss on my off day and she might be here. And I was like, that's very fair, but we're here and we should do something. And she was like, I would rather go to Lima. And I was like, okay, fine. So we're in the gas station that we pulled off to like, you know, she could use the bathroom and everything. We could get something like a snack. And as I'm backing out, I was expecting this curb that was housing the parking spots to be like 1.5 feet shorter than it was. And I drove over it, and I just scraped the entire undercarriage of my car. That was easily the most interesting thing that happened today. No, what actually happened, all I did before the eclipse, we should rest at the inn. You're so right, Valir. What happened is I scraped the bottom of the undercarriage and like basically sheared off the dust carriage of the bottom of my car. Everything else of the car was fine, thank God. But I was pulling over and I just, wait, uh-oh. I was like, oh fuck. In my head, I'm like, have I just ruined the entire day? Like, how the hell am I gonna get back home? We drove 1.5 hours, 2 hours out here, and now you're telling me I may have just fucked up my car? This sucks, dude. And so, as it happens, it turns out, again, everything was fine. We put in a small report or whatever, and everything turned out okay. Luckily, I just couldn't help dreading the fact that not only had I, like, destroyed the underside of my car so we wouldn't be able to drive back in the first place, but that we'd have to figure out, like, business with the police because maybe we did some damage somehow and we wouldn't be able to see the eclipse because we were gonna be, like, dealing with that. Luckily, everything turned out okay. And again, like, I'm not saying, like, oh, wouldn't you know, everything worked out in my favor, because afterward, you know, Erin was like, you know what, let's just stay here, it'll be simpler. But, like, everything just kind of worked out in the end, and I'm very, very pleased about that. Oof, yeah. So, you know, I mean, like, it could have been much worse, I will say that. I have all the pieces in my car, and I already had an oil change scheduled, so I was like, I'll just add it as a service request or something, and it was fine, so it's okay. Woohoo. So you're really gonna buy a ghost ship with the magic coin we fetched? That's the plan! Hey, after all the cleansing here is done, we'll be free to do whatever we want, right? Maybe we could sail with them for a while. That sounds like fun. Why, I reckon a bigger vessel will require more hands indeed. Ha! I could sure go for being a sailor cook. No, a pirate chef! Sure has a nice ring to it. You're more than welcome aboard. Anyway, the captain said that the three of you had Valtrate. Apologies, Captain. Well, if luck would have it, it might be fun to sail together for a little while, just maybe. Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh my god, the fright's exploding. My, remember 10 seconds ago and absolutely nothing happened? It was so boring. I wish something special occurred for once. Next round's on me. Woohoo! That was the Dweller of Well. So it's true, this poor villager is just going to sleepwalk into the mansion and... Unless... Forget it, you can't save that villager. You alright, Captain? You ain't sounding like yourself. Hello, Captain. I mean, it be a useless endeavor, it be. Oh shit, I have to share my... No, I am sharing my screen. Now how about...
Yes, blank screen. One sec.
Yeah. We're going. But you can't. The barrier is impenetrable. You have to wait for the eclipse. Ha, like today.
Well, hey, Voltage, I can hear you now.
Blah!
Yeah, I know, right?
You don't understand. The mind control spell connects the dweller to its prey. You're not strong enough to stop that villager. Oh, no. We'll see about that. Let's go, Valir. Yeah, I don't think so, Buster. So yeah, my car is...
Garl evil yet?
No, he's not going to be evil.
Yet.
Captain, do you need something? I just need to check on the rat. Why not send Valtrade? Some fresh air will do me some good. Of course, Captain, as you wish, Captain. Do you stay here until I return? And do try to liven up the place. These people be needing it. Aye, Captain. We're not reading the lines. I'm just reading them so that people think I care about the story. And I do care about the story, but I need people to think I care too. You know. The cursed woods are to the north of Lucent. We should use the eastern exit. Great! So yeah, my car is fine. The eclipse went well. We parked at Bowling Green, and we were there for like a couple hours. We got there, we ate lunch, I ran into some people I knew. It was very cool. And all things considered, like, it went very smoothly. And then the drive home happened, and it was very long and tedious, and I'm very, like, mentally wiped, if you know what I mean. But yes, I saw Totality.
Got to see a once-in-a-lifetime event.
I did see Totality. Which means I am epic and cool.
I say it was only like 98% where I was at, so like, you know what? It's pretty awesome.
It's not the same, dude. It's not the same.
It isn't. It really isn't. That 2% really makes a difference, and I'm not just quoting Breaking Bad here.
You're just being a little shitter right now, aren't you? Did you go and travel for it?
No, I stayed because again, I was at 98%. So I'm like, oh, you know what? It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, no, it's...
I'll get to see it here. It's like, there's not gonna be that much of a difference.
No, it's very different.
No, 2%. There's a bit, that 2% is huge.
Yeah, it's like, it's at 98%. It's like maybe a shadow, like smaller. It's uncomparable because like when you get the full. When you get the full Totality experience, you get 98%. And then you get 100%. And it's so vastly different. It's literally night and day difference. And also,
yeah, because like where I was at, where 98%, I completely missed it when it happened.
Yeah.
Because of how little difference it had. And I am literally next to a window.
Yeah, so like, I'd say it was definitely worth doing. Also, hey Spartan93EC, I hope you're well. Thanks for joining us tonight.
for me at least, the difference was like, if you looked out your window, you could kind of see that maybe it was like a tad darker than it normally was, as if somebody if you would like put on sunglasses or like you had tinted windows.
Yes.
That's like maybe the effect, but no, I think tinted windows actually might have been more effective.
Yeah, no, the full totality was absolutely crazy because of the way that you could just look around. It looked like nighttime, obviously, but like beyond that, you could look up at the sun and it looked almost like a black pearl. It looked milky. It looked so radiant and fascinating and very, very, very cool looking. And I've never seen anything like it. And I feel very special being able to see that. And I absolutely understand why peoples of a bygone time would look at an event like that and see like a spiritual event. You know what I mean? Like that is a...
Oh yeah.
That is like your God talking to you. Or like some sign of some major event that is to happen.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It was absolutely incredible. But again, the drive back, not as much. The drive back was long, and I had an idea because I didn't want to go through like Toledo on the way back because like that's gonna be so busy, and I didn't want to do it.
You don't want to go through Toledo because of Toledo, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Toledo's fine to drive through.
Ugh.
It's fine to drive through. It's just like, I knew that that's where all the traffic was going to be, so I'm like, I don't want to drive in that. So we would take a bunch of back roads, and that seemed like a good idea for a while, and then you get caught at a part of rural Ohio where the road is like backed up for 15 minutes because it's a stop sign that only goes north-south and doesn't go east-west, and you have just a bunch of people on that the road going east-west that are just way like there's no opening for the stop sign to work. So you're left sitting there for an extra 15 minutes when you don't plan to, and it fucking sucked.
Yeah, Ohio is just F tier. Like just absolute garbage state. I ain't gonna lie.
And I got back into Michigan, and we got on 94 back toward Ann Arbor, and I took the exit that we take. And I was like, I was ready, right? Like, I was ready to get home. And then, wouldn't you know, we still got into bumper-to-bumper construction traffic.
Yeah, that's about right.
Fucking sucked. And it's like, that's the whole reason I took the back roads, was to not have that. So I feel like I was very annoyed by that.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that.
It stunk.
Oh, fun fact that you mentioned Bowling Green, though. My friend is a teacher there.
Really?
They canceled all school.
Good.
For that day of the eclipse, literally because nobody was going to go to school.
As they should. Like, the place was very poppin'.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've not needed to travel for both totalities in the past two eclipses. I'm lucky, and it's weird because this time it felt way darker. That is very fortunate. You're very fortunate. That's so cool. Like, I'm only an hour away from, like, Toledo at most. But I was just, like... I was out there trying to go a little further in because I wanted the totality to last longer, as it were. And I think it was ultimately a very positive experience, and it made me feel very cool and epic. And now I can say I've seen a full solar eclipse, and I'm very excited by that, you know? Not every day you get to do that.
Yeah.
So that's good. So we did that, and all things considered, it was very fun. We sat out on like the fields near the football stadium. We like wandered around because like everything was open. So we went into their football stadium. We went into like their basketball areas. We got lunch at a restaurant nearby. It was very fun, and we even like saw some of the dorms. Like, the dorms at Bowling Green remind me of like dorms you'd see in a movie about a college in like 1970. Like rural college dorms, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know how to phrase it otherwise than besides like they looked old but not like beat up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, very interesting space. Whenever I go to college campuses, I always think, like, would I be happy if I had, like, gone to school here? You know? You ever have that feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Potentially. Chat, do you ever have that
Something
feeling?
like
All I know is that, it was neat, but I would not want to go to college there. Oh, yeah. I did not drink enough water today, though.
Come on, man.
I'm working on it. Brambles are blocking the way. We should find their source. It's probably a boss.
You
If
need somebody IRL to tell you to donate bits and just say drink water voltage.
you don't need to donate bits to make me drink water. I'll drink water one way or another.
You gotta get somebody to message you periodically through the day to say, you drinking that water?
You drinking that fucking water, boy? You drinking it? You drinking that water? But yeah, so in the end, it was a very fun time. I got some good photos. I feel very good about the experience overall. And now I have a group meeting tomorrow that we delayed from today to tomorrow, and it was very funny to me because our, like, manufacturing guy in our group, he was like, Professor, can we postpone the meeting that we're supposed to have for April 8th to April 9th because of the eclipse? And my advisor didn't understand, like, what do you mean? Like, eclipse? And he was like, yeah, there's a full, total eclipse happening just south of us, and I want to go to that. And so, worked out very nicely for us, all things considered, I'd say. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
You get stuff rescheduled. So you just stayed in Michigan for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I get a little bit more gain?
I'm like, it'll be cool. I mean, if it says 98%, I mean, that's gotta be close enough, right? No, it's not.
Never skimp. 98 is not 100. Never assume that 98 is good enough. Get your 100.
Well, listen, man, when I say 98, I assume that 98% of that fucker are gonna be covered.
And was it?
At least where I was, because unfortunately I did miss the minute that it is. I was knee deep in New Vegas when it happened.
Brother.
Because, you know, I love me some New Vegas.
Yeah, and I like Balatro, but I didn't, like, play Balatro while I waited. I'm giving you shit.
Well, yeah, but I just like, oh yeah, I'll make a mental note. It's going to happen at this time. So I was going to make sure to, like, that, you know, keep checking up on that. And when it's around that time, I got to go outside, get my flip-flops on, go outside. Take a look up at that sky.
Fuck around.
Lose my eyesight, and go back inside.
Yeah, you gotta do the. You gotta have the.
And then it was 3:25, and I'm like, motherfucker! I blinked. How did I miss it?
That's life when you play Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, man. Everything else just kind of fades into obscurity when you're playing New Vegas.
I believe you, but I'm not gonna find out. Chomp chomp.
Oh yeah, you've never played New Vegas.
I don't play a bunch of games. I play games that appeal to me, and sometimes those games are not necessarily the most traditional favorite games that many have, you know what I mean? Oh, fuck. I hate...
Yeah, you mean like Chrono Trigger?
Chrono Trigger's a fun game. Don't give me that shit.
I know.
Don't give me that shit. You ain't never played Chrono Trigger.
That actually is true. I haven't yet.
You should. It's a lovely game that you can play on a Super Nintendo, DS, or from the Pirate Bay. I like Chrono Trigger. It's a fun game.
Is it better on the DS than it is on the SNES?
On the DS, I think the UI is a little better, in my personal opinion. Like, you're entitled to your opinion, and frankly, you should form your own opinion. But, like, the UI on the DS is less cluttered than on the SNES.
But other than that, it doesn't change much of anything, does it?
No, it just adds a little bit more story content in some places. So, your mileage may vary. Like, you're not... There's no story differences. There's no, like... XYZ that's different. So I would say, like, just play it. You're missing out if you're not. It's a very fun
some
game.
point.
Huh?
I will at some point, honestly.
Yeah.
Though,
like,
admittedly, because I reinstalled New Vegas into play, and I'm really starting to understand that may have been a mistake.
and why is that?
Because it's a great game, and I love playing it. And the problem is, I don't like not playing it.
That is a real problem, my guy.
I need to stop.
You need to.
I gotta put it away. I gotta put it away and do something productive with my life.
You need to be responsible.
I do, but I also need to get the jury rigging perk at level 90
No,
repair.
you don't. What the world will
You
go
don't
on if you don't have it.
You don't understand. The jury rigging perk is literally so based.
Yeah, but you don't need it. Do you need it to buy groceries? No.
No, but it makes the groceries all that more enjoyable. I say that as I was saying most of this, I was eating one of the greatest sandwiches I have prepared for myself.
And what has it
Good
got?
times.
What has it got?
Oh man, well I finished it, but I think, let me see if I can remember. Well, first, oh god. First, I started off with some turkey. Then I added some bologna on top of that. Then I added some turkey. Added some cheese. Added some roast beef. Added more cheese. Then I threw in some more roast beef. Threw some turkey. Added roast beef with one more slice of turkey. And then I put the top on.
Do you put on any vegetables on your sandwiches? Friend,
My sandwiches? Ah, no.
why not?
Well, I didn't buy vegetables.
Why not?
Don't tell me, my man, you're gonna tell me to put some lettuce on that thing, are you?
Yeah?
Listen, man, I don't need to get into the whole lettuce debacle with you, but lettuce ain't super healthy for you. I mean, it's
Then-
not like it's unhealthy for you.
Then just put
but it
spinach
doesn't
on it.
add a whole lot of things.
Sure it does. It has
Oh, I
fiber
can't
in it.
stand spinach.
It's got fiber.
I can get fiber from a lot of things, but it's comparatively like to spinach. Spinach is a lot healthier for you than lettuce is.
Yeah, so put spinach on it.
But I can't stand
I put spinach on all
I
my
can't stand
sandwiches.
spinach, man.
You just
I cannot stand spinach.
just like get good skill issue.
Listen, this is gonna be a skill issue for me, man. I cannot listen. I'm
Skill
not here
issue,
to hate
eat
on
spinach.
But if I have like spinach and you bake it into something, even if it's
Dude,
the
fuck
tiniest
that.
amount,
Cooked
I will
spinach
taste
is
it and it
awful.
will ruin the whole dish for me.
Cooked spinach is disgusto. I'm talking fucking the leafy greens. The leafy greens that have the like nice little crunch to them.
I don't know. So besides that, I also don't usually put tomato on because it's a weird thing with me and tomato.
Yeah.
I love everything tomato is used in. I don't like tomato itself though.
Yes, that's fair. I've come around to tomatoes a bit, but that's only because I understand the flavor that it adds to it is actually like nice. You know, look, it's your sandwich.
Yeah. There it is. Oh, yeah, there it is. It just needs a little more turkey, bologna, 2 slices of cheese.
I don't like bologna.
I shouldn't have bought it, to be honest. It's not that great, and it kind of gets into the flavor of the rest of the sandwich.
Yeah, bologna
I
has
did
this
it
like
because it's a
lasting
cheap
taste
deli
that kind of tastes like. Ugh.
Yeah, it's not great, admittedly.
Yeah.
I put it on there because, like, it's a very cheap deli meat to put on. I'm like, I have to keep reminding myself not to buy it. Like, it's like, oh yeah, it's kind of like when you need to remind yourself to not buy Taco Bell.
Next time you go to the fucking grocery store, text me and I'll call you and I'll just say, don't get bologna.
Oh man, it's like a grocery list, except it's the grocery blacklist.
It's the grocery blacklist. That's a great way of putting it. Yeah, things to not buy.
Things to not buy. Do not buy bologna. Why?
Bologna just feels very fake. It feels, there's a reason why the term bologna is
the hot
synonymous
dog of
with
sandwiches.
bullshit. The hot dog of sandwiches. You know what? You're actually so real for
it's
that.
a hot dog of sandwiches.
Hot dogs are a sandwich. I'll buy it. I'm a believer in
hot dogs are 100%
sandwich
sandwiches.
cube theory. You know what I mean? Have you heard of sandwich cube theory?
Yeah.
For those of
I've
you
not
who,
heard of sandwich cube theory, but I'm.
you just said you know about it. Then you go, I've never heard of it actually.
Oh no, listen. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay.
Right.
I feel like I understand what it entails, though. Is this the whole debacle of whether or not a hot dog is a sandwich?
Yes. So sandwich cube
Hot dog is
theory involves like, think of a cube, right?
Yeah.
And each like space of the cube, all 6 of them, the combinations of whether or not there's bread there or not defines a different type of sandwich. So if you just have a piece of bread on the bottom of the cube, that's an open-faced sandwich. If you have bottom and top, that is your traditional sandwich. If you have both sides and bottom, that is a taco, right? If you have everything but the top, that's a bread bowl, you know? And if you've got the top, I believe that's just like a cube of fucking bread at that point.
Why is it called cube theory, then?
Because it's like sandwich cube theory. It's a way to describe it. It's a way to think about this. It's a theory.
I feel like it's more like a model than a theory, then.
Yeah, sure, okay, fine. Bread cube sandwich model. Like, the point I'm getting at, what I'm trying to say is effectively, like, you know, like, the positioning of the bread makes a difference. And that's how you classify it. Because Pop-Tart, therefore, is like...
hot dog's still a sandwich. No one's debating it.
Yeah. And if you do all 4 sides, not top and bottom, that's a burrito.
Pop-Tart, no.
Pop-Tart is a ravioli, and a ravioli is a sandwich. Therefore, a Pop-Tart is a sandwich.
But you wouldn't call a burrito a sandwich, though, right?
I mean, you can. It adheres to sand cube theory. It does. Don't.
Bread. I feel like you need bread to constitute a sandwich.
Tortilla is a bread. Tortillas are absolutely bread, dude.
I wouldn't. Can you tell me I can get me that? Can I have that tortilla sliced?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yo, can I get the tortilla as a full ass loaf?
You make tortilla from dough. You make tortilla from the same stuff you make bread. You're just cooking it differently.
Yeah, I understand it has the same ingredients, but listen,
it is a type of bread.
That ain't bread.
It's a type of bread. It needs yeast. Okay, fine. It needs yeast. Fair enough. Okay, it's not bread, but it is like bread. Fine. Okay.
It is bread-like.
It's bread-like.
It is very bread-like.
It's very bread-like.
Or you know what? Because it's somewhat differentiated enough, let's call it a bread light.
Bread light, yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. No, I mean, you put
time to open up the Wikipedia page for bread light if it's not there. I'm gonna find it.
And if it's not, you might be the first one to ever say it.
Oh yeah, man. I think we are breaking new grounds.
Souls-like? Nah, we have a bread-like. You're so right.
We have bread-like.
Like, all I'm saying is a burrito is a sandwich. You can absolutely eat a burrito like a sandwich.
I mean, you can eat it like a sandwich, but I definitely wouldn't call it a sandwich.
It's a sandwich. Of course it's a sandwich. It adheres to bread cube sandwich theory. It adheres to sandwich cube theory. It adheres to sandwich cube theory. Don't give me that bullshit. It does.
It is not. Listen.
It does
if it's
too.
A sandwich, it's gotta have bread and no tortilla.
But it's a grain. Bread. Of course it's a grain.
Oh, it's a grain.
No, you can have a sandwich. You don't need, look, you don't need bread to have a sandwich.
Oh, because it's got grains. You telling me that if I got
you could have a lettuce, Cheerios, you could have a lettuce wrap, and that is also a sandwich. A lettuce wrap is also a sandwich.
2 Cheerios.
Do not give me do not give me that bullshit. A lettuce wrap is a sandwich. Burritos isn't a sandwich because burritos are cylinder, not cubed. A cube and a cylinder are the same shape, actually.
That would make a donut. Like, that would make a freaking...
A donut is not the same shape as a cube. A donut has a hole in it.
Okay. Whoa. But not all donuts have holes in it.
Yes, they do! The definition of a donut or a torus is the fact that they have a hole.
You've never worked in a deli before.
What the fuck are you trying to tell me? You're trying to tell me a torus doesn't have a hole in it?
Listen. Hang on. First, I need to pull up the donut spreadsheet here. 1 sec.
What the hell are you talking about? A torus absolutely has a hole in it. That is what makes it a torus. Bagels can be made into sandwiches.
I said a donut.
Yes,
you don't need to classify it.
No,
now,
but
okay.
Thank
you,
you,
Pinterest, for giving me the donut manifesto.
Spartan. Okay, like, yeah, a bagel can be made into a sandwich, but by doing that, what you do is you cut the bagel into 2 pieces. Therefore, now, yeah, okay, the sandwich technically has a hole in the middle, but the pieces still adhere to the cube theory. They're just top and bottom of the cube.
Okay, but there is a different types of donuts. For instance, there are jelly-filled donuts, but a jelly-filled donut won't have a hole in it. And for that reason, because it is bread, sandwich it, like, you know, that is all surrounding essentially one little item, you wouldn't call it a sandwich, though.
That's a pastry.
That's also referred to donut.
Yeah, what I'm talking... Okay, we are talking about different definitions of a donut, then. Because what I'm talking about for a donut are the ring-shaped things that are shaped like a torus. Like, technically, yes, replacing the jelly, but there are donuts that are just dough rounded with no hole. No? What? What? You're telling me there's a donut without a hole? No, there's not.
Yeah. Listen, let me show you the donut glossary. 1 sec.
Do not give me this shit.
Look, I'm just copying and pasting the donut glossary into the Seas of Stars chat, and you can look at it.
The donut
and
glossary.
This isn't, like, there's actually more descriptive things of what these are called.
Link it in chat for everyone to see too.
Yeah. 1 sec. I gotta whip out your...
You don't visit my donut shops, dude. Then wouldn't a cinnamon roll be a cinnamon and butter sandwich? It would!
Voltage, this is...
It's just wrapped differently. Actually, yeah, it's just an open-faced sandwich that's transformed. It's rolled in upon itself. You can unroll it, and you'll have bread on the bottom and cinnamon on top. It's an open-faced sandwich that just has to be rolled and now it's closed. I'm sorry, that's how math works.
Would you call a Long John a sandwich?
No! A Long John is a goddamn piece of dough. What about the twisty donuts? What about the twisty donuts?
Hang on, you're telling me a Long John isn't a sandwich, but a burrito is?
Yes! There's stuff inside the burrito!
Something's not adding up here.
There's nothing inside the Long John! The Long John is a uniform donut material!
Well, there's cream inside the Long John, almost always.
No, that's an eclair. That is an eclair, and that is different.
No. Eclairs are different. No. Okay. Eclairs are actually like the little tiny ones. The big boys are Long Johns.
Okay, what I'm trying to say, those are bread bowls. Hey, Teeks, you want to hear a story? I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now.
This one isn't descriptive enough, though. Hang on.
I'm telling you right now, okay? These filled donuts are bread bowls because you have everything but the top. You have all 4 sides and the bottom, but not the top, because the top in this case is the hole in which you put the liquid inside of. And it's a bread bowl. It's equivalent to like a soup bread bowl, except the soup is this fucking raspberry glaze or whatever. That's all it is. That's all it is. You're gonna tell me it's not that?
Looking at these donuts getting me hungry.
Go get yourself a donut.
No, I'm
You could get... Yeah, okay, that's fair.
And also, I have a lot of sugar because I hit up that good old April 1st, or sorry, the day after Easter candy from my local grocery store.
You're so real.
So I'm stocked up on sugar.
Hell fucking
for like a month.
Yeah, this glossary is invalid though, and I saw them spell cinnamon as C-I-N-N-A-M-I-N. Yeah, actually. Yeah, they spelled it
Ain't no way. Did they actually?
Yeah, they did.
Ain't no way.
If there is a hole, there is a I don't know about that. Look, I don't know about you. I've never tried to fuck a donut.
Hey, wait. That makes me wonder, though. You ever stuff a turkey?
Have I ever stuffed a turkey?
Yeah, like for, Thanksgiving.
Yes. Why?
Well, I'm just curious, because let's say that you were to, I don't know, deep fry the outside of that turkey,
Yes.
Like, bread it up real nice and deep fry it.
Yeah.
Would you call the turkey a bread bowl?
Yes. No, wait.
Okay, that's fair. At least you're consistent.
Yes, I would. If it's bread, if it's specifically bread, right? But then again, a lettuce wrap is technically a sandwich by my definition. So yeah, I guess it would be. I'm very liberal with my sandwich theories.
You're very liberal.
My sandwich ideology, as it were. A Reese's peanut butter cup is a bread bowl. No, a Reese's peanut butter cup is just a fucking. It's a closed thing.
There's no bread out there.
No. A Reese's peanut butter cup is a ravioli.
Wait, what? What?
It's just made out of chocolate. A Reese's peanut butter cup and a Pop-Tart are more alike than a Reese's peanut butter cup and a bread bowl.
I can't.
What are you talking about? You can't. Of course you can. You can fathom this. You're a grown-up.
You're a grown-up, but this is a little too hot for my take. I gotta open a window. Hold on.
Yeah, you better. Yeah. Okay. So if you have all of the things on top, that's a ravioli, and you could also then go even further into this design by putting layers at like interstitial planes, so they don't have to have their corners at the cube's corners. So for example, if you have like a layer on the bottom, a layer on top, and a layer in the middle, that is a lasagna.
All right. No, is a Pop-Tart a ravioli, or is
yes,
it just,
it's a ravioli. It's a dumpling.
Isn't that just a tart?
Yeah, they're all topologically sandwich theory the same.
No, not the lasagna. Oh man, this implies that there are multiple people having discussions about lasagna.
Then is ice cream with cookie dough a soup? Yeah, sure. Why not? If it melts, yeah, I don't see why you can't call it a soup. I see no reason why you can't do that.
Is a 7-layered cake a sandwich?
No, it's a lasagna.
Oh.
Is the ocean a soup? If you really want it to be. Wouldn't melt ice cream just be a milkshake? Yeah, yes. Yeah, so is milkshake a soup? It's a homogeneous liquid, so, like, I guess it depends on what your definition of a soup is.
Isn't that more like a... Okay, I'm trying to remember what,
breakfast
is between like
cereal.
a soup and a bisque.
Yeah, ooh, that's a good question, actually. Because a breakfast cereal with milk, that is a soup. What is a bisque? I think a bisque is a big thing with like a soaking inside something else.
Defined as smooth, creamy, highly seasoned soup. Okay, so it's a type of soup.
Okay, yeah, so like, bisque is a soup.
But I think it is hot soup or cold soup.
Would milk make it a stew? I don't know what what's the difference between stew and soup?
Let me check actually. 1 second. I'll forgive my internet.
Stew is heartier, yeah.
A dish is called soup and it's primarily liquid based. Stews are thicker and chunkier. So in this case, I would assume the ocean is a soup.
I think the ocean's a stew.
Well, I don't know, because I don't think it's...
There's trash in the stew.
I guess it depends on the consistency. I don't know.
There's trash in the stew.
Yeah, but I don't think it's that
Did I really just say that? Hold on. Did I just say that there's trash in the stew? That's good. Milkshakes are soups because they are primarily liquid. Oceans are soup. Oceans are stews. They have thickening agents in them.
No, I
don't know. I don't care.
But it's mostly water based. So
look, I don't care. I don't care. Soup, stew. Who gives a shit? I'm an American.
An American. The fuck is a kilometer?
Kilometer? More like kilometer. Alright, let's use our Moonerang. You want beef stew or stew beef? Or beef
sorry,
stew?
You want beef stew or
I want beef stew. Beef stew kicks ass.
Yeah, stew's awesome. If you don't like stew, get out of the chat.
Aaron made stew one time and it was great.
Oh man, that's the good days. Oh man.
Oh shit. Oh god.
I need to make stew again at some point.
You should.
It just requires actual effort, and I'm not used to that.
Yeah, cooking
gotta
takes
do it.
effort. You gotta do it though.
I work effort on like some things. Like if I'm making mac and cheese, yeah, I'm gonna go hard on that shit. But that's not very typical.
Mac and cheese is what kind of mac and cheese?
Oh god. Okay, so my house is very particular about this because unfortunately my lowest setting isn't enough to like melt most cheeses, or if it does, it melts it too fast, and then it starts to not congeal. What's the word for it? Curd.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Curdle.
So that's my main problem. So unfortunately right now I'm just using like a generic cheese melts, combining it with right now. If I have, oh god, what's the thing? Is it cotton? No, it's if I have, I can't remember that other ingredient. I need to remember it. Anyway, I mostly just do it with cheese and either cream of mushroom or cream of chicken.
Okay, so you actually like make it, you know, not like just out of the box.
Nah, no, I'm not gonna pour the water in and add the green powder. No, or not the green powder, the yellow powder.
Yeah, you know, dude, I'm making
powder
Rugrats
mac and
fucking mac and cheese. I'm making.
What's wrong, babe? You haven't touched any of your Shrek mac and cheese.
You haven't touched. Have you ever made the blue mac and cheese, the Sonic curry mac and cheese?
Oh,
Dude, that fucking shit scares me.
Wait,
I would never eat the blue.
Talking about the Sonic curry?
I would never do it. I would never eat the Sonic curry.
The Sonic curry is so curry.
My shits would be blue, and I don't want my shits to be blue. Oh, I found a
man, I did that. Fun fact, rice on the package does in fact have an expiration date. And no, that is not a suggestion. If you don't, you... and from experience, it coming out blue.
Sonic curry, what's that? What, Alex, god damn it, what the fuck are you talking about?
Enough about my food poisoning.
Your shit was blue from bad rice?
The Sonic curry?
Oh, from the Sonic curry. Okay, that makes more sense.
Hang on,
I was about to say, like, what the hell? How the hell? What? You gross. No, people are eating, maybe.
Oh, no. No, my shit was blue after eating expired rice, though. Sorry, hang on.
What? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, hang on. Sorry, my internet to catch up here.
Yeah, go
okay,
fucking...
So, I made some fried rice the other day.
Oh, no, chat,
God,
trigger warning, he's gonna talk
up.
about his poop. Don't talk about it, actually, please.
So I had some fried rice the other day.
Oh, no.
And, so I looked at the rice and, like, I see the expiration date. And, like, I'm like, okay, it's like a couple months past. That doesn't mean anything. It's rice. It's gonna be cooked. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get rid of that bacteria by cooking that shit.
No.
So fun fact, do not do that. So I made that fried rice, and then for about a week, I was consuming this because it was good tasting food.
Alex,
for whatever reason,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, that shit coming out blue.
Alex, okay, let's just end it there. Okay.
I was almost gonna contact my doctor until I stopped eating it, and then I noticed, hey, my poo is normal now.
Alex, okay, that's enough.
You think maybe?
Alex, that's enough. I will mute you.
Listen, you understand, like my internet, it's lagging for me, so whenever you respond, if I'm talking over you, it's not that, it's when I do start talking, it's because there is silence.
You're good, okay. Yes, Sigma, it is safe now. It is safe. The Dweller's Grasp...
It's safe now.
The Dweller's Grasp is too strong. We found the line. Important game story incoming. Okay. The headmaster will need the Eclipse, so we just give up? Yeah. We die in vain, we can't help anyone. Maybe... Let's head back, and I'm had enough. Oh, no! Another one. It's gonna be Garl. Oh, of course it's gonna be Garl.
Evil Garl time, let's go!
Valir, hang on. Bah, bah, bah. Sorry, I promise you I am, like, actually paying attention to this game. Oh! Let's go! I was hoping we would meet under different circumstances. I'm not your enemy. I used numbing poison to paralyze your friend's body. It was either that or letting him walk through that gate. It's a long shot, but if we hurry, we might be able to fetch a soul stone. Soul stone. A soul stone. Enchanted gems that dispel powerful curses. Someone on this island uses them to remain free of the dweller's grasp. If we got one, it should consume the... just a place, but I'm not gonna tell you. Ooh, I got a vibration. Yes, we need to find a soul stone. First, let's take him back to the inn. You can't lift him, he's a gorsht. Oh, look, a convenient shortcut all the way back to the thing. A mysterious assassin joins your party.
You don't even get a name?
Gee, she looks like Cliché. Funny how that works.
Hang on, I gotta grab some water.
Yep, you gotta get some water. Yes, chat. So yes, you don't have to worry no more. We're done talking about questionable topics of questionable natures. I'll make sure of it. It's how it goes. So yeah, Eclipse today. Very cool. Very epic. Very cool. Chat, did you go see the Eclipse? Me? I had a good time. That was good. Yee. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you see? Did you see it? Did you see the sun? Did you see the moon? Did you see both at the same time? Tell me about it. It was on 34th Street. Oh, hell yeah. Did your soul get absorbed into Dracula's castle like it does in Aria of Sorrow? Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow? Manhattan. Manhattan. Did you have a nice view of the whole thing? We didn't get full coverage, but like 90%. That's fair. Oh, that's dope. I will say, having now experienced a partial coverage and a full coverage, partial coverage does not compare no matter what. You did feel dizzy after? Yeah, kind of the eye strain I think might be a leading factor of that. I definitely had some eye strain afterward that, like, I'm glad I was aware of. Which is why I'm wearing my anti-eye strain glasses, which make me have, in fact, 6 eyes. So, like, you know how people are like, haha, yeah, 4 eyes. That's me right now. Walked outside with my glasses in Nebraska, got like 87% coverage. Very nice. Very nice. Nebraska is one of those places, like, if there were an eclipse happening over it, it would be very neat to be in because it's just so open. Yeah. Ohio was, like, pretty open, all things considered, and it was flat, which I think helped a lot as well, too, because there wasn't much foliage, so we got, like, a pretty clear view of the sky. Nice. Bounced it 25 times in a row. I did it. I got an achievement, chat. Am I not the most epic person? Managed to get some photos through the glasses? Same. Nice. Have you posted them anywhere, Strike Scarlet? Jen? My friend watched the total eclipse of Heart while we watched. Nice. My fiance and I kissed under the fucking solar eclipse. Haha, what if we kissed under total totality of the eclipse in Ohio in general?
Just kidding, unless.
Ha ha ha. Hoo hoo hoo. What if we put a Minecraft bed next to each other while under the eclipse? That would be pretty cool. My nose is so plugged. Anytime I fucking play a video game and talk, my nose is bad. Yeah. So yeah.
It does that.
Yeah,
whenever I talk a lot, I just generate like a hell ton of mucus.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm not alone. Kat was like, what are you talking about last week? And I was like, this is a thing that happens. I suppose it happens when I'm like speaking more nasally, like out of my nose than not, I guess. So it's all good. I'm playing COD right now and I just played for the game. They camped and used an ability legit unfair where they get no footstep sounds. That's bullshit. I'm sorry to hear that. That's a real pain. That's a real pain in the keister. Chomp chomp. Group heal. Yeah, so that was what I did. It was good and fun and good. And now I'm back here, back to my regular streaming schedule after a week of like very strange things all happening in a row. Cause like I was in state college for a conference this last week, where Penn State is. It was for the American Nuclear Society conference, and it was a very interesting space because like State College is one of those places that was made as like a land-grant university back in the 1856 or whatever, and it was made as an agricultural high school or whatever, or college, so that people could learn how to farm. And it's very obvious that that's there because it's a very open valley space, and it's not like it's near any bodies of water. It's sort of just tucked away in the rolling hills of PA. And the drive there was fine, but like the last hour was rainy and windy roads, and it was the nighttime, and I was like, this is not as fun as I want it to be. Willing to risk your lives to save your friend? Then we must go to the necromancer's lair. A bit of luck, Romaya won't be home. We can get a Saverstone. Are necromancers really that dangerous? The three sisters. They're wielders of powerful magic. One of the sisters is good, one even, the other is neutral. Even as a necromancer, she is rumored to be the most formidable of the three. As the whether or not the powerful we won't have to find out. How can we get there? East of Lucent is a ferryman. Only way to the necromancer's lair. Serai. Okay, so like, do they just not realize that she's the captain? Voltage, do you have a Discord server? I do in fact have a Discord server. You can find it by going to the About section on my channel, and you can join it that way. You can do that. Here, I'll even link it in the chat here. I do. So if you click on my name while stream's going on right now, and if you go to About, there's a banner that says my Discord server. I made it a while back, and you can copy that. Or you can go to it here. And you can join the Discord server and we talk about the stuff and we have a good time with it. We have a grand old time with it. Oh man. It's real good. Quite fun. We have a good time with it. Who is that? Oh yeah, that's that person.
Yeah, that person. I remember that person.
Yeah, you remember that person. Just keeping track of people and what they do and stuff. So yeah, I do have a Discord. We've been doing that. Penn State's a fine little university, big university. I think it's neat. Valier learned Lunar Shield. One of the things that American Nuclear Society student conferences do is that they always have like a brewery tour, right? They always have a place, like they go to a local brewery and they invite students to sort of check out what the brewery is like, you know, and usually the brewery offers free samples and sort of shows them around and has a good time with it, you know? Potential customers, so hey, why not, right? And so, Voltage's streaming hub, that's it. That's the one. And so, basically, you have these brewery tours, and they're all kind of the same. Like, they're all the same, more or less, but they're fun because alcohol, and you're a college student. And, you know, I'm not, like, too keen on drinking, but I'm not training for a race these days, so I was like, you know what, I'll try their beers, why not? Can't hurt. And so, the thing is, though, this brewery tour. Yeah, let's get these student drunks while they talk about nuclear capabilities. Have you heard of Los Alamos? Like, the town with Los Alamos National Lab, where Oppenheimer designed the atomic bomb? Let's put it this way. That town is a drinking town with a nuclear problem. To put it very simply. And so, you go there and it's good. One word can change this thing from Voltage Streaming Hub to Voltage's Streaming the Hub. Yeah. The thing about the brewery tours, this one in particular, was at 1. But it was a half-hour drive, so the bus loaded at 12:15, which means I wanted to be on the bus by 12. Which means that I needed to have eaten something for lunch at like 11:15 or 11:30 because I don't know how long that'll take.
Greetings, passengers. Seek you passage across these waters.
The ferryman is a picky talker. Let me handle this. Let's see this. Greetings, ferryman. We need for you a ferry plan.
And show me your colored flame, or leave this place in shame.
We do not know the color you require, but our destination is quite dire.
Then ask me questions if you must, and information I might entrust.
Look, we have to get to the necromancer's lair fast. Can't you just tell us which color you need?
Uh-oh.
Pardon my lack of understanding. It seems you erred while speaking.
Fine. Navigator of bogs unknown, take us where to the walls are made of bone.
Where the walls are made of bone, that is a journey many have come to bemoan. But you seem to be in haste, and this life is yours to waste. A green flame present forthwith, and I shall take it with me to it.
Such a thing we do not bear. Will you accept delayed payment of your fare?
Unacceptable are these terms, where the destination of a colored flame confirms.
We don't have time for this. Fuck. We're saving it for something else, but you leave me no choice. Now skip the word game and use your own green flame.
A coin of undeath accord? The compelled undead complies, but one-way trip is all this buys.
We can worry about how we get back once we have a soul stone. So yeah, going back to the brewery tour, like, it started at 1, so the bus left at 12:15 because it was a long drive, which means you had to be on the bus by 12, which means you had to get lunch no later than 11:30. And 11:30 is not the time for lunch. I am gonna stand by that because I ate breakfast at 9. You know, so I was like, okay, I ate a hotel waffle and like a muffin and some orange juice and an apple, right? And that was at like a little before 9. And then I did a fun run, 5K. And no, I did a 5K, and then I did the fun run, 5K, breakfast, then brewery tour. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get a little hungry. Maybe they'll have food there I can buy, and it's good. And maybe they'll have a free sample and I can try one. They were like, we pulled up, and the guy giving the tour, he said, all right, you're gonna get 2 free beers in our smaller size. And I was like, okay. two free beers in a smaller size. That's not so bad. Sometimes, like, the smaller size is like a little, like, tumbler glass of beer or something. No, this was a whole-ass glass. The big size was a stein. A beer stein. And so, for lunch on Thursday, I had 2 beers for lunch, and that was not as fun as people make it out to be. You know the meme? It's like, I'm tired, unsure of what to eat for dinner? Have 2 beers. Surely you will not regret having 2 beers. Chat, let me tell you, 2 beers for lunch, and only 2 beers for lunch, would not recommend. It was not necessarily the greatest experience I've ever had because I felt tipsy, and I felt, like, hungry, and I felt, like, kinda, like, I just need a food. I need a physical food meal, please. And I couldn't get it until easily 6 o'clock. So I was just, like, existing on Thursday, 2 beers in my system, just like, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I need food, and I can't get food. Fuck. The whole time. And then they had the banquet at Penn State's basketball stadium, and, like, I fucking loaded my plate up. Like, I'm telling you, I was, like, it was a mountain of food. It was so high. It was piled high with, like, bread and chicken and beef stroganoff and, like, roasted vegetables and shit. Like, there was everything. I was, like, so about it. I ate so much food, and I was instantly so much happier because, guess what? There was a bar crawl that night. Sounds like you need a pocket granola bar. Yes, I had one. Or I had one in my backpack, but I didn't bring my backpack because I was like, why do I want to carry my backpack all around the goddamn bar? Why would I want to do that? That seems like a lot of extra effort. And sure enough, Lord knows I made a mistake.
It's alright, we all make mistakes. Like me and that blue rice.
Yeah, do not, like, straight up, please do not talk about that again. Serious tag. So yeah, and then we went on a bar crawl, and that was pretty neat. I was just, like, slightly inebriated the entire day, which I think is pretty standard for student conference, but, like, it reminded me that, like, I'm not a big fan of being inebriated all day.
I do not understand the logic of beers. I do not know why people consume them.
What?
Beers, I don't know why people drink them.
Beers can be alright. I think some people drink, like, IPAs, and they're like, I'm going to drink an IPA, and I'm going to look cool, and then I drink, like, the most unpleasant beer I've ever had in my life. What you decide to drink is your prerogative, and if you don't want to drink at all, like, I don't think you should feel bad in the slightest, because alcohol is not for everyone, and often can lead to some very negative things, so, like, don't feel like you have to drink. This has been a message from VoltageVO, twitch.tv/VoltageVO. You heard it here first, folks. I prefer whiskey when I do drink, but again, I don't drink that often. So, in fact, I think that was the most I drank since, like, last student conference. I really do not like to drink if I have to be at all responsible. But, like, part of my responsibilities this year were literally, like, just make friends with people. So, I guess that. What does VO stand for? Voiceover. Vocal ontology. Vixen outpost. I didn't want to put VA because, like, when I was getting into voiceover, like, I was very aware that, like, I was probably going to be doing more stuff. I was probably going to be doing more stuff than just, like, trying to get voice acting gigs. And like, yeah, I did e-learning for a long time, and that's voiceover and not necessarily acting. You know what I mean? More of a rum fan myself, especially during Mardi Gras when I actually drink. You're so real. Like, I'm a big fan of like rail drink kind of stuff. I know that sounds horrible to say, but like, I don't call myself a beer snob. Like, a good beer, I can tell, you know, you can tell when it's a good beer. Oh, hello? Greetings, I am the keeper of this graveyard. I suggest you turn back as soon as possible. The mistress of this place is not fond of company. A lethal company, maybe? Perhaps? As a big nuclear guy, do you like Godzilla Voltage? I'm curious. I haven't seen many Godzilla movies. I want to see Godzilla -1.
Man, we gotta fix that.
I know.
We gotta fix that.
That'll change. That'll change.
Oh man, I was gonna say, if I have to drink anything, oh god, if I have the money for it, which that's something else. There's actually what is it, specialty moonshines that replicate like actually like sweet flavor, such as the Old Smoky Banana Pudding Cream Moonshine.
And does it make you go blind?
Oh, no idea. I've never consumed enough of it for that to happen.
Ay caramba. Yeah, returning to Sigma's question, Godzilla -1 is very good. Hopefully, it will be coming to DVD or release eventually. I am interested in seeing Godzilla movies. I know that it's basically a metaphor for, like, nuclear weapons. Godzilla is. He's basically a walking nuclear reactor.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I think I would... Yeah, I don't know where to get in other than maybe watching -1 for sure. Because, like, I know that there are classic ones to watch, but I've just never, like, it's not that I'm not a cinephile, like, I just don't know the entry points as much, I guess. I don't know. I think Inspector Gadget 2 is a fun movie, so, like, don't listen to my movie opinions.
Let's say, somebody who is, like, a big Godzilla one, I would say start with the original, and with the Japanese version if you can, just because it's got a much better tone to it.
Sure.
The English one cuts out a lot of really good scenes for some reason, which is kind of annoying.
That does seem annoying.
Honestly, though, and then the ones after that are honestly really throwaway until you get to what's called the Heisei era. The Heisei era is really nice.
Heisei era.
Yeah. Which one is that one from? Hang on. I'm trying to remember, what is it?
This feels like a trap, but I'm gonna go and open it anyway. Oh, it wasn't a trap. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it starts with the Heisei area is the one that referred to. Hang on. I want to say, yeah, it's the one that starts, I think, in 1984 is the one where that starts that Heisei era, which is the return of Godzilla. And there's a bunch of ones after that. A lot of them are really good. Some of them are just eh.
What's your opinion on Mothra?
Mothra?
Yeah.
Depends on the movie.
What's your least favorite depiction of Mothra?
Probably the Millennium series. Let's see here. Like Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. Honestly, that was from like what 2001. Not a huge fan of that one. But I think the Heisei depiction of Mothra was decently good. Actually, the worst one. Yeah, probably the Millennium one.
And why?
To be fair, it's just the Millennium, which was most of the movies that happened in the 2001, hence the name. For the most part, aren't like super inventive, except for like except for Kiryu. Anything that had Kiryu in the Millennium Age was really good.
Oh my God, Yakuzo in the Godzilla.
Kiryu is the name of the third Mecha Godzilla to appear in the franchise.
Okay,
but that's just what they call him, is Kiryu, because that's what they call him in the movie.
Yeah, maybe dodge the one where Godzilla double kicks an alien. No, are you kidding? That sounds incredible.
Oh, you mean the Godzilla gravity-defying drop kick? Oh man, where is that image?
That's actually kind of badass. Have y'all seen this stupid like analog horror? Like, oh, the guy went into the Godzilla suit and he was real into it. He got so into it.
I've seen it, yeah.
Like, I saw it and I'm like, this just feels a little like, yeah, it feels unsettling because it's very like specific.
Yeah, I've seen it. it's actually not bad for an anime, but it's not like the best out there.
It feels very like, the guy, he got into a Godzilla suit and he was like smiling the whole time.
Yeah, if you want to get in Godzilla, start with the original. Watch the Heisei series. Most of them you can skip Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla wasn't good. But besides that, and then just do, oh god, I want to say the newer Age 1 stuff. Like the MonsterVerse movies have been good. I don't think anyone's complained about the MonsterVerse movies being bad. Which is like the one that the final one, like the latest American remake, not the first one we tried. Not that one. We don't talk about that one. But yeah, it was the MonsterVerse one that was the most like recent one that actually ended up being really good. And all those movies are really fantastic. I really liked, what is it, King of All Monsters was really good. It's probably one of my favorite Godzilla movies still. It's not Final Wars, but it's still really good.
What makes it really good?
Oh man. In that movie, I feel like that I'm getting to see all these nice throwbacks, which is nice. I don't like when a movie is just only throwbacks, and they didn't rely entirely on that, but the depictions of what they did with the monsters actually made them feel like they were gigantic. And a lot of the Godzilla movies don't have that.
Interesting.
Like, you look at the Sea of Stars thing, and like the chat, we just see that gravity defying truck.
Oh, fuck. Let me have a look. Dude, fuck yes. Fuck yes.
Look at it.
He shoves a tree down his throat. That kicks ass. That's so good.
Oh man, it's so good. Anyway.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
But anyway. Yeah, for Godzilla versus Megalon, which I want to say that's like the only 2 times, or maybe 2 or 3 times that Megalon's ever appeared, which is kind of sad. But anyway, oh god. But King of All Monsters makes all the giant monsters feel like giant monsters, and the other ones just felt like they're just people in suits.
It feels like a kaiju is really in my house. Kaijus. Oh,
Which I
man.
love the art of the originals, but at the same time, yo, that felt good. Like, you're seeing that giant monster in that cloud and you can barely see it. I love that. That's actually really nice.
Yeah, the idea of like, oh, hello, you're just like invisible.
But I've heard like the newest ones are really good. Or like, what is it? -1, I wish I saw that in theaters. I'm so mad at myself for not seeing it.
Too, honestly, like, that sounds like one of those kick-ass movies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the new Godzilla Kong one I haven't seen either, and I need to.
Oh, look, it's Zelda Minish Cap. Look, I got the Gust jar. She gust on my jar till I Minish Cap.
Alright.
Yeah, I said it. What are you gonna do?
You link on my cap till it minish? No, that ain't it.
I Minish on her. She won this Ozzy on him, Super Mario on
Oh
him.
my god, stop with the...
She go Yoshi on it, Super Mario on him.
Sorry, I'm just seeing that. Oh yeah, that time Godzilla flew. Oh god.
That time Godzilla woke up and didn't do his taxes. Chat, don't forget to do your taxes. Tax day is coming up. I've done my taxes. Whoa!
Hera, right.
Whoa, do you see that? He's in the wall. I blew him into a wall. Did him last week.
I wish I could, but I had to stop I had to stop watching it just because it tanks my internet.
Stop watching what?
Your stream.
Oh. How could you?
I have that bad internet. I'm literally about to offer somebody downstairs a rim job to whoever like straight up fixes my internet because please, I need it. I'm so desperate.
I'm about to like touch their anus to be like, hey, fix my internet, please.
Listen, I'm putting out a bounty. It's the reward.
Fix my internet. You need to do taxes. You just got your W-2s. Your W-2s should have been sent to you in January, Sigma. What the fuck? Who's your employer?
Yeah, what the hell?
Sigma, you can sue your employer for that.
Actual jailable offense.
Yeah, they're supposed to give you your W-2s from 2023 in January. Oh, that's so fun. That's great. She just Omaewa Mo Shinderu's them.
Man. Damn, because Godzilla Minus One isn't streaming, I can't even, like, pirate watch it, even if I wanted to before I buy it.
Yeah. You gotta go to Japan, brother.
I can't even go to Japan? Get it, man?
Brother, you gotta go to Japan. I got my W-2s for my day job back in January. I was just waiting on my lifeguarding forms. Yeah, they need to give you those, dude. Like, the fact that you didn't get those until just now is, like, actually illegal, I think. Again, Voltage VO is not a tax lawyer. Please only take his thoughts with a grain of salt. Okay. With that said, Jesus, only just now? That's crazy, Sigma. That's manure. Can I go anywhere else? I could go, yeah, I could jump over there. Sorry, I'm a tired boy.
I don't blame you. You've had a long day.
This has to be it. It's a skull. Okay, she really does have style. On that, you would be correct. I believe that is far enough. I'm going in. And we are at an impasse, and for I am bound to serve the mistress in undeath. Who are you? Generations ago, I was known as Duke Aventry. That is all I can remember. I am now but a wandering spirit forever lost in longing. Despite this cruel fate, I am, yeah. They're cool. But I regress the spectral shades that bind me to the mistress beckon. Ah, boss fight. I should have healed. Fuck. I am.
Godzilla Minus One was under $15 million? Jeez.
This is that Donkey Kong Country 2 ass sound font. So I've been playing Fallout 4, and I guess my luck is so bad that every other raider has a rocket launcher. God damn, really? That is a real pain. I see.
Yeah, we're to watch.
Let's do this.
Thanks, Sigma. I appreciate it. I was literally googling out how to watch this.
Yeah, maybe don't say where you're looking on my stream, please.
Oh no, it mentions literally in theaters.
Yeah, I guess I just mean if you're looking for it online. I don't want to...
Yeah, no. I'm not telling you to go to movies123.com.
You can't go on there anymore. It's not good.
I know. That's what the Japanese run. So unless I like booked a ticket now, blew my ass in Japan to watch this shit without subtitles.
You could.
I'm not that dedicated.
You certainly could.
Yeah, Toho doesn't want to compete with the other Godzilla movie, which is kind of sad. I want both.
Tornado. That is going to be very useful, no doubt in my mind. I have no doubt in my mind that will be a very, very useful skill. Let's, use a Chaudray en Valère. That's cool. This guy ain't so tough. Why, I could beat him in my sleep. Maybe. Potentially. Yeah. Student conference, going back to student conference at Penn State where I was like this week. It was pretty fun. Like, I'm at the point now where I literally had to do almost nothing in terms of like, meeting people. Fuck, really? That's embarrassing. Yeah, so I just sort of did what felt right. People came to me, people wanted to talk to me, and boy oh boy, let me tell you, now that's a cool feeling, you know, when you're sitting there just minding your own business and like, oh yeah, you know, some dude from Oregon State comes up and he remembers my name and I'm like, right, what's your name again, buddy? What's your name again, man? Tell me, yeah, and like, you don't leave even though the conversation is like kind of over. Like, I don't mean to sound like a hack here. I don't mean to sound like a jerk. I don't mean to sound like a guy who doesn't want to talk with someone, but like, you gotta know when the conversation's over and like, you should leave. Because otherwise you're just standing there looking like wide-eyed, confused, and, you know, definitely out of place, I guess? I mean, I'm just saying, it was very shameless what he was doing, and I have to commend it, you know? Like, when you're being that obvious about, like, what you're trying to do, which is be a little schmoozy. I just said Oregon State, by the way, because it was a school that Jillian goes to, and, like, you know, it was just a school on my mind. It was not, like, any particular, thing, you know? So, the point I'm trying to get at is the guy was being so obviously schmoozy, like... Oh, that kicks ass! He was being schmoozy, and you know what? You know, and you're being that obvious about it, you know, I can't fault that. But everyone said I looked very intense the whole week, and I was like, what do you mean? I'm a fun guy. And then I saw a photo of me, a candid photo of me, and I have the biggest resting bitch face I've ever seen in my life. It's incredible. Your speed is impressive. I've tried leading it. Let me show you. I was a bad guy, but now I'm a good guy, and now I know, and I'll teach you a new thing. As expected, you are a natural. Safe journeys, young ones. So yeah, people came to me. That's pretty wild. I'm not... Let's put it this way. I had to get used to it. I was not initially used to it, but then I was like, well... People know who I am, I don't remember their names, they're gonna tell me because eventually I will remember their names if they're important. That's basically the mindset I had.
I feel the same way at family reunions.
You're so real. And so, like, a lot of people came up and talked with me, and I sort of talked business with some people, and some people I didn't because the timing didn't work out for whatever reason. Yeah, you don't care about any of that, though.
You don't care.
You don't care about, like, the societal committee work that I had to do. You care about the fun stuff, the drinking. One of the bars that we went to on the bar crawl, we couldn't get into because the fucking water main broke.
Oh.
Yeah, they were like, let's go on a bar crawl, and it was a Thursday night at a Big Ten campus when the temperatures are above freezing. The lines were inordinately long. They were stretching around the corners, so I was like, let's just pay the covers to get into places we know we can get into, and have a good time with it. I got green tea shots for the first time in my life. That was like and I got described as being, quote, the biggest white boy ever, and I'm like, well, yeah, I am. And And they were like, bro, you gotta stop being a white boy. And it's like, well, what am I supposed to be? And they didn't have a good answer for that, so I attest that I will remain doing the white boys things because I can't be anything else. I'm not gonna pretend to be something I'm not, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, green tea shots were the biggest white boy drink shot thing. And I'm like, whatever, dude. You're gonna tell me to be, like, try to adopt things from cultures that aren't my own? I guess that is kind of the white boy thing to do, isn't it? But no, that's not what I did. No, that's not what I did.
It's not what you did?
No, it's not what I did. I did meet some dudes though at the the Friday night social event happened at the same bar where I had 2 beers for lunch, you know? And I met a lot of people. I met this guy from Utah who, to start off, he had, like, finger tattoos of his astrology birth chart. Which, like, you don't see that at ANS conferences. You don't see that. Oh, we got Billy Bones over here. So, this guy already stands out. And I was talking with his colleagues from Utah, and they were working on autonomous supercritical micro-reactors that are designed for single-use projectile-based applications. And you can you can derive what that means on your own. But I will say, he was very interested in fusion, this guy. We'll call him, let's call him, Jacob. Let's call him Jacob. His name is Jacob. Jacob and I sit down, and we just get talking about stuff. And he's talking about all this crazy shit. He's like, talking about how he believes in the fact that humans are fourth-dimensional beings. And when I asked, like, what do you mean? He was like, well, you know how, like, physics has got 4th dimensions and everything, right? Like, physics got 4 dimensions, you know, like, time and everything. And I was like, yeah, that's fair. And he's like, well, yeah, I mean, humans, we have the ability to connect with each other across time and space. And I was like, tell me more. I'm 4 beers deep, dude. I'm 4 beer steins deep.
4 beers
I'm 4 beer steins deep. That's a whole ass liter of beer. I've got 2 liters of beer in my system. I'm like, tell me more, man. He believed in what is essentially morphogenetic field theory. And so he was like, yeah, dude, I practiced, and, like, I started to believe that I could read people's minds and predict what they're thinking about. And, like, you know, it got to the point where I could, you know, pick out the card people were thinking of. And I was like, oh, yeah? And he was like, yeah. So and I said, okay, so I'm thinking of a card. And he's like, okay. And you want me to think of it? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, and also, like, how do you do it? And he was like, okay, so I imagine that I'm in a tunnel, and I focus like I'm in a tunnel, and that tunnel leads me directly to what your card is. And I was like, okay, I'm thinking of my card. And he's like, okay. And I was thinking to myself the whole time, like, I could just pick any card after he guesses. I could just not pick a card. But I actually chose a card. I was thinking of the 6 of clubs. And he was like, are you thinking of what, a 5? And I was like, no, sorry. And he's like, oh, that's okay. 5 hearts? And I was like, no, this is 6 of clubs. And he was like, I was close. I was close.
He was close. He was one off and the wrong.
Like, I
suit,
played
but he was
along.
one.
I played along. You know, you gotta play along. But that's just trashy psychology. I mean, like, you just gotta play along with the guy, you know? See where he takes you. And we started talking about, like, how he's read a lot of books on the subject, and, like, he's really been able to, like, experience it in a way that, like, not many people, like, listen to him. And he was like, dude, I'm so glad I met you because you're so open-minded, man. You're willing to listen and hear me out. It's like, here, I want you to read this. And he handed me a paper. He's like, I gotta use the bathroom, but I want you to read this. And I'd come back and we could, like, talk about it maybe. And I was like, okay, I'll read it. You know, I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's see what this thing is, you know? You know? And it was like this pseudoscience, colors, shapes, things. It was just a lot of words that, like, came out of what had to be a Freemason guide, like a beginner's guide to Freemasonry or some bullshit like that, right? And I was reading it, and it looked like it was scanned from a really old book. Like a book that definitely had like leather binding or something. And it was just so ridiculous. I read it, I'm like, okay, this is definitely relevant to my interests. And on the back was like a place where you could sign. And I was like, I'm 4 beers deep. I'm not signing anything. You don't sign any contracts when you're even 1 beer deep. 4, no thank you. And he came back and I was like, hey man, I read this. It's definitely interesting. I'm not gonna sign anything though. And he's like, oh dude, no, I didn't mean it like that. I was just like, I thought you might find this interesting, you know, like the passage and whatnot, because it's really deep to me. It really speaks to me. And I'm like, yeah, you know, if it speaks to you, that's important. He was like, yeah, man, I think time travel is kind of real. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. And here's why. And then I was like, yeah, man, I believe in journaling. I think journaling is a type of time travel, man, because like it allows you to record a moment in time and go back to that, and you're able to transport your mind into how you felt when you were writing this. You're not exactly there, but it's like you have a vision into the past. And he's like, you're so true, man. That's so real. I never thought of it like that, but you know what? That's a great way of putting it. That's actually really smart. And I was like, yeah, dude, it's really cool. I love doing it, dude. I journal all the time, and I go back to like hard moments in my life from journaling because I wrote them down. And he's like, dude, I know that. Like, I've been through some rough patches in life, man. I used to sell drugs, man. And I was like, oh yeah, what drugs? And he was like psychedelics, mushrooms, and LSD. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. Like, okay. I see where this things might be coming from now. And then he was like, yeah, man, I sold drugs and I got arrested, man. But then I kicked it and now I'm sober. And like my wife and I, we're having like the best times. Oh fuck, I'm gonna die. Okay, we're actually so back, never mind. And you know, now we just go to music festivals and we find like mountains to sled down and we like do all this stuff, dude. My life is way better now. And I'm like, I'm glad, man. And he's like, you know, and that's the thing, man. Personal growth and self-reflection, man, they go a long way, man. I really believe in it. I'm like, I'm glad to hear that. So, like, you know, in that way, it was a positive experience because this guy, like, we did relate on the basis of, like, we are both guys who are just trying to be the best versions of ourselves. We just have very different ways of approaching it. And, like, if I can create some kind of connection with this guy just on the basis of, like, fuck, I journal, why not, right? Like, I think that there's nothing wrong with that. That said, I made it very clear that I was not about to, like, sign up for anything. And he was like, oh, yeah, dude, like, don't worry about it. You're good. I respect that, and, like, I wasn't trying to do that in the first place. So, needless to say, it was a very interesting conversation to have over multiple beers, but I learned a lot about pseudoscience there. You know, like, I was just trying to see how far the conversation could go, because, like, you know what, when you meet someone interesting, you gotta listen to them. You never know what you might learn. You never know.
You never know.
And so, like, do I feel bad that I was being a little fake with him? I mean, maybe a little, but, like, you know, we just had, like, if anything, I'll just say, like, yeah, I had a lot, I was drinking a lot, and just having a good time with it, so you know what it is what it is. Like, ultimately, ultimately, here's the other thing, I'm never gonna pass up the opportunity to learn about, like, some really crazy pseudoscience, you know what I mean? Like, very, 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 very crazy stuff. It was a very fascinating conversation. And, like, the more he talked, the more I was like, oh, this makes a lot of sense, actually. So that's one thing I learned. That was one thing I learned at student conference, was that there are people who are definitely down the pseudoscience rabbit hole at nuclear. He wanted to work on fusion, nuclear fusion power systems, and like, I'm gonna be real, dude, I don't know how deep you're gonna be able to get into that when you're also a diehard believer in Freemason pseudoscience. I mean, I respect you for it, but like, I don't think it's gonna happen, man. I don't want to ruin your dreams, but like, come on, dude.
But somebody's gotta.
Somebody's gotta ruin your dreams.
Somebody's gotta.
Somebody's gotta ruin that dream, because it sure ain't gonna be me. But yeah, I was also, again, like 4 to 5 beers deep at this point, and they were good beers. I was drinking them kind of fast. I had like a couple of those within 2.5 hours. So I was definitely not the soberest boy in the shed. Needles to say, we learned a lot that night. I had to deal with a bunch of blackout undergrads too, which is always fun. Dealing with blackout undergrads is like not fun, actually.
There is no joke. It's just not fun.
The other thing too is like some of these undergrads who were at this conference were students who were in the class I was grading last semester, and so like I knew their work, I knew their homework. There was one student, I was like standing at the elevator the first morning on Thursday, and she came up to me, and I looked over her because I didn't recognize her because I was tired, and I was like, "Are you here for student conference?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, cool. Which school are you from?" And she goes, "Michigan?" And I'm like, "Oh, sorry." And she was like, "Yeah. I graded this girl's homework for like 4 months last semester."
Damn,
and,
man.
Like, oh god, what a fucking embarrassing moment. I was standing there and I just took it in stride. I'm like, I'm sorry. And she was like, "Okay, it's okay. I can't get that, so I'll go the other way." So yeah, I definitely had like one of those moments. Welcome back. Definitely a moment of like, oops, my bad. But like another one of them who was blackout, like I had graded his homework and I'm like, "Hey man, I know you're smart. You can do it. I believe in you." And he's like, "Thanks, man. I gotta help out my family, you know, I'm a middle child. I gotta go help out as my dad got some respiratory issues." And I'm like, I'm hanging here until your roommate comes home, man, and then I'm leaving. But, you know, like I'm hoping for you. I'm rooting for you, man. He's like, "Thanks, man. My dad got respiratory issues, you know." He's like that. I'm like, "Yup, sure. Okay, goodbye. Here, I'll give you some of my Pedialyte. Here you go." And I gave him a bunch of Pedialyte because I had brought Pedialyte to the conference. As you do. I mean, like, look, you help the freshmen, sophomores, juniors with just navigating student conference, because student conference, if they've never been to one, can be a little, like, overwhelming, and there's just so much to do. So it's like, you want to look out for the undergrads. And if you're not looking out for the undergrads, you're being a bad grad student. So that's where I was. That was how my student conference went. I did not, in fact, like, attempt to do anything. Everyone just came to me. And I kicked ass at it.
Good for you, man.
Thank you. I'd like to say that I was a real kick-ass grad student. It was good. I couldn't even see that timing. That timing was bad. Oh well. So yeah, I was at student conference, and like literally Saturday my goal was to just make sure I wasn't hungover for the drive back, because it was like a 6-hour drive from Penn State back to Ann Arbor. And then I also had to go get that, and then I have to go get my car oil changed, and I also have to fix the bottom of my car because, again, I'm a dumbass who drove over a curb and tore up the bottom of his car. Oops.
It happens.
I'm dumb. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I was born stupid.
Apologize to the car.
I did. I said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it."
Do you have a nickname for your car?
Tomar.
Alright.
Means to take in Spanish. My mom wanted to know what I named the car, and I couldn't think of anything, so I just said Tomar because I was listening to, you know, video game shows on the internet.
Yeah.
Joshua Tomar, no. We love our Joshua Tomar. You get a spectral cape. Yes, you do. This is a very neat little puzzle dungeon. Oh, hey, I used to live in Michigan when I was 3. Hell yeah! What do you remember of it? Do you remember any of it? Do you remember anything from when you were 3, Alex?
Me? I have one specific memory I have committed to long term for no other reason that I wanted to test my memory.
What'd you commit?
I remember that I was going to my cousin Danny's house. And I remember specifically that I was on the bridge in Grand Rapids at the time. Just going over the river. It's not like a major bridge. And that is what I remembered.
All right. Then you were 3.
I was 3, yes. And I committed that to long term for some reason.
Very nice. I remember a grocery store that had a kid area / arcade. Could it be, Kroger? I don't know. Kroger. Is it Kroger? Dude, Kroger kind of stinks, for real.
It's alright. It's not Aldi or Trader Joe's, but it's alright.
Yeah, Aldi is better. Aldi's affordable.
If you have an Aldi, you're going to Aldi. The thing is, Aldi isn't open 24 hours, bro, and that's my only downside.
Neither's Kroger.
It used to be. Back in the good old days before 2020 took everything from us.
Back before they were like, hey man, we actually don't want to stay up late staying on the home. Yeah. The pandemic means we can't, like, have you noticed that there's a lot of businesses that, like, don't do things anymore that they used to do pre-pandemic, and they've justified it as, like, pandemic safety, but, like, the greater society as a whole is not as concerned about, like, I'm gonna be real here, it definitely feels more like they're using that as a means to justify not doing one thing or another, and, like, that to me is just kind of annoying. It's like, don't do that. That's stupid and annoying and dumb, and I don't like you for that.
No, I get it.
So that's where I'm at.
It needs some sort of excuse, but as a second shifter, it does, like, sometimes I want to get out of work and I want to get that cheap food, but unfortunately Aldi doesn't stay open after second shift.
Yeah. That is annoying.
Because they treat their employees well, and I respect them for that. They get chairs, man. You don't understand. That is the utmost
very
respect
real.
You can give them. They get chairs.
Chairs are very crucial. Ooh, big treasure chest. I got grapploo. Press B to throw the grapploo. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Oh, hell yeah.
This more places had chairs.
This is 27
I don't know why
years
McDonald's has them.
This is 27 years ago, man. That memory is already foggy. You're so real. 27 years ago is a long time. I'm not even 27. I am a measly 25. I want to drop. They're not going to let me drop, so is there really any actual control of the game? This is what I wanted to do. This is cool. I like this mechanic. I think it's very neat, and it feels very Golden Sun, which I adore. Alex, have you played Golden Sun?
I still haven't, no.
You should. I think it's a good JRPG, and it's on the Game Boy, so it's simple. But the combat actually is pretty deep, so...
Fair enough.
You might find it interesting.
I probably will. And I will definitely get to it at some point.
I like it. It's not my favorite JRPG of all time, but it is, like, one of those games I played as a kid, and now as an adult, it's like, I should play that again sometime to see if I really was just stupid at the puzzles. Because Sea of Stars definitely plays like it. Yeah, we're in Ann Arbor right now, and we'll be there for a little while yet. Only because I have a degree to get.
That is important.
Degrees are important, actually. It's important to do that. It's important to make sure you get a degree when and where possible. I fucking didn't do... Oh, no.
What?
I am in a fight with the mini-boss of the area, and I didn't heal.
Well, roll with it. It's time for some fuck it, we ball mentality.
You're so right. Okay, we're actually back. Never mind, it's so over.
Well, you know, it is what it is.
I just gotta survive. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm gonna go tired. Have a good night. Have a good night. Yeah. I forget how hot my office gets when I stream. In the summertime.
Yeah,
I'm like sweating up a storm. I'm gonna have to definitely shower before the end of the night, but that's okay.
it's alright.
Better than... Yeah, because I got an early morning tomorrow again, because I got the group meeting tomorrow. It's all good. From business administration major, I can understand that, but it's important to know that what you can do. Some people aren't built for college. That's also true. Like, if, you know... I'll honestly, Aaron and I were talking about this a bit. Like, I see nothing wrong with, like, going to community college for 2 years, seeing if, like, the college life is for you, if you could do it. And if you can, then, like, going and getting the remainder of your degree if you want to do a 4-year. Otherwise, like, there is nothing wrong with an associate's degree, especially if, like, you're trying to just, you know, get a job that pays all right. It's important to, like, understand that, like, having a degree does go a very long way. But if you're not built for college, there are still other ways you can find a way to get a foot in the door, or, like, get an education, or get, like, jobs of some kind.
I'm trying to remember if I had a BEA or a BAA. Dang it, I still don't remember. For my bachelor's, I'm trying to remember what it was.
What'd you get it in?
I majored in broadcasting, minor in communication, which means I either had a Bachelor of Applied Arts or Bachelor of Electronic Arts, and I want to say it was applied.
Sure.
But as somebody who has a bachelor's and is currently working at a gas station, listen.
Hey,
just
you
make
have
sure
a job.
You can apply that degree.
You have a job. At the very
I do have a
least.
job, but that degree had no part in that.
Fair.
And I mean, I still do like my side jobs of working on demo reels and doing that, and I
See,
needed
if you
college
need that
for that
to make an income, that's not a side job. That's a second job. Like, I'm tired of people saying that, like, oh, side gigs are side gigs. If you need them to survive, they're not side gigs. They're a whole-ass second job.
I don't need them to survive that.
But it certainly helps.
It maybe helps, but I mostly just do it because I like doing it. Otherwise, I would actually be charging actual rates as opposed to the 210 I do now.
Yeah, fair.
I just want to make more.
You just want to make more.
I want to make more voltage.
You want to make more demo reels?
Yeah.
Make me another demo reel.
But you don't really do much voice acting stuff nowadays, right?
Not these days. I have other things I'm pursuing. Like, it's not that I don't voice act anymore. It's just like I don't have the stamina to do it in a way that I feel is like reflective of the skills that I want to advertise. I know that's a lot of
So is there
words.
a point to me making you a reel though?
Yeah. You're my friend.
Yeah, but at that point it feels like it's just pity money.
Friends make friends
Which
demo
I totally
reels.
understand.
Don't take my pity money. Make me a good demo reel that'll get me casting Gonshan Impact.
I was about to say, don't worry, man. I've already gotten. Actually, no, I don't have any clients in Genshin Impact. Actually, no, I have.
You've
Hang on,
got one.
Do I have one? Oh, does Alice play a minor character in Genshin?
She's in Honk AI Star Rail.
Well, yeah, but that's different. She had that before we had contact, so or before the reel was actually done.
Fair. But yeah, I'd say like, ooh, I got a moon cradle fish pie. I bet there's a boss coming up. Press B to throw the grapploo. Oh, cool. Great. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, like, I do audition for things if they show up, and, like, if people have things they want me to voice in their gigs, like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not, you know, doing auditions every day. I'm not, like...
You ain't browsing casting
No,
call,
to hell with castingcallclub.com right now. My life is spent getting my PhD, and that is what I want to put most of my emotional and mental focus into. And I don't think it's good for me and my research if I'm focused more on, like, trying to get cast in things and, like, spending the time to, like, $200 to just get into a class where I just show off what I do. You know, I'd rather, like, practice my skills that I'm actually getting my degree in. If that makes sense.
No, yeah, makes sense.
I don't want to sound like a hater. I do like voice acting, and I really have fun with it. But, like, I just can't do it in a way I once was able to, in terms of time. Regarding, like, my primary source of income, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I totally get you.
Which, like, again, I've come to terms with that. I'm okay with that. Seeing my friends get into big, cool gigs is, like, how I feel like I've won, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
Seeing people in, like, anime and video games and things beyond that, like TV shows and, like, audiobooks and audio dramas and any other kind of voice acting related thing, even small YouTube videos, like, if they're in it, like, that's a win. I think that's really cool. That could have been a cool race. So yeah, I think, like, when I see Alice post that she's in Honkai, or I see Lou post that she's in, like, this new cool visual novel, like that to me, I think is really cool and a big win, and I want to celebrate those wins, if possible. Because, like, that's ultimately, I think, what matters most to me right now. Because I know that, like, I'm not going to get those because I'm not putting myself at the opportunity to do that. You have to give yourself the opportunity to have good things to happen to you in order for good things to happen to you. Let me say that again. You have to give yourself the opportunity for good things to happen to you if you want good things to happen to you.
Man is given the speech like it's like the big church preaching.
You have to open yourself to the potential.
And the Lord. And I mean, what?
Jesus Christ gives you the strength to audition for your voice acting auditions. Jesus Christ will get you gigs on castingcall.club. What if like you prayed to Gosh and he gave you like the Fanganrampa comic dub?
No.
What, you don't want to be in Fanganrampa game? That only going to have chapter 1 and nothing else?
Stop.
What do you mean?
Stop.
You don't want?
Stop. Don't.
Me, I want to be in Fanganrampa. I want to be in so many Fanganrampas. I want to be in a Fanganrampa game that makes where I read lines and I sound like Lucian Dodge. Nothing wrong with Lucian Dodge. Great voice actor, but like, I want to make them cast me because I'm epic and sound like a character from a game, and because I'm going to fill a specific role. Sorry, I'm being a real hater right now. We are on our real hater hours.
It's on the hours where it's like, we need something to talk about, and man, I love, you know...
That was one of my
hating
first
time.
gigs. I got cast in a
we all
Danganronpa.
have those like weird first gigs.
There was, okay, I will say, a Danganronpa casting call was what ended up getting me here to where I am today.
Yep.
Because, like, a friend told me about a game that had really good art, and I should audition for it because she thought that my voice would fit a character very well. And they did the audition results reveal in a call on the Discord server. Like, you had to join the Discord to audition, and they were going to reveal the cast in the Discord call. It was like, that's so tacky, looking back on it. They just wanted the attention. And, like, I did not get a role, she did not get a role, a mutual friend did get the role, but she was like, she and I became really good friends from this project as a result. Or excuse me, no, one friend told me I should audition for this, and then I met another person at this game. So 2 different friends, one said I would be good for a character, the other person I met there, she and I got to talking, and she said that, like, oh yeah, you're cool, you're not like 16 years old, we should be friends. And then we did that, and then she invited me to an Among Us game night with some other people in the game she's in.
Into where we are today.
And that's where I am now. So yeah, you can thank a Danganronpa for that.
See, mine was mine was a fan dub, like a, what is it? No, it was the Persona 5 fan dub. Oh god,
Were you Mr. Coffee Boy?
I was Mr. Coffee Boy, yes. I was Sojiro Sakura, Mr.
That's the
Coffee
one.
Man.
That's the one.
Yeah, I was in there. That was my first thing, because it was with my asshole roommate. Yeah, you remember that? Remember going on casting call and you see cast to offsite actor? That was me in that one, actually.
I don't know.
Oh, God. Anyway. So, yes, I got in because I was friends with the guy, so nepotism. Whatever.
You got a Nepo cast?
Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Anyway.
Nepo
I say that,
cast,
but no, that was the
Bog.
first thing I had, and I was there with, oh god, Paxton Lee was in that one.
Oh yeah. Well, there was a whole lot of drama back in the day with Danganronpas. Someone made a spreadsheet of like how many times certain people got like cast in Danganronpas at the time. Like, and
Really?
you know, Pax was on there, Somni was on there, Lou was on there. Like,
Oh my god.
it was really funny. I've seen this spreadsheet, and like, I don't know who made it, or if I do, I don't remember who it is. But like, it was just like the thorough hating. It was so petty. It was like, look at how Love Jinkles has been cast in 7 different Danganronpas on castingcall.club. It's like, this is so unfair. And it's like, okay, but you can't help the fact that like, Love Jinkles is just really good at doing voice acting for Danganronpas. So like, if you're gonna be a hater, like, channel that energy into a performance. Don't spend the time making a spreadsheet to just count how many times a certain person has been cast in a fucking fan game for so long.
Looks like I may not be a good voice actor, but I do know the little something about spreadsheets.
I might be a bad voice actor, but boy, I sure am a good hater. I'm telling you, like, the history of these things is so friggin' interesting sometimes, because, like, a lot of, like, the modern voice actors in, like, anime or in games got their starts doing fan work. And so you end up seeing just a lot of people who back in the day definitely were in, like, abridged series or were in, like, you know, fan comic dubbing things. And now they're in fucking Kiryu Kazuma's Grand Day Out, for example. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just everywhere. At least don't waste that effort on malice. That's just a waste. Exactly. Like, if you're being that much of a hater, you should, like, do something better with your time. I gotta blow my nose. Hold on one sec.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Okay, yeah, so, like, when it comes to being a hater and voice acting, Like, that is a surefire way to like, just not get cast. Because if you are known in the fan community as someone who makes spreadsheets related to how many times this person gets cast instead of you, like, not
That's
only are
so
you
vile.
you're posting your own L's, but you're actively making it obvious to everyone else that you're having L's too. Like,
Oh my god.
you're presenting yourself as just a hater. And to me,
Probably
like,
like this is all part of a clique. See, they're being cast this many times. They're all
they're all friends. That's literally all it is. Like, the sooner you realize that that's what's happening, like, just get over it and make your own project or something.
Oh no, that's a tall order. I don't know.
Yeah, making your own Danganronpa, it seems like an easy idea, and it quickly turns into, wait, oh no, I actually have to make the game?
Take effort.
And this is why, like, as a voice actor, friendly advice to people making games or other things, please do not cast voice actors until you're like 95% done with the project. Don't cast them until the script is done. Don't cast them until you have like sprites and working games. Don't cast them until it's like about ready to go on sale. Voice acting should be something extra. Voice acting is not what you cast 50 minutes into a project, you know? Voice acting is done only when you're basically done with the project.
Listen, gotta call out like 95% of everything I've ever auditioned for on casting call like that.
I'm telling you, it's embarrassing when it happens.
I love it that, okay, I love the one thing when casting call introduced the, oh god, what is it? That
the
little bar
likelihood
that
of-
says how likely they are that this
Yeah.
is actually gonna happen, and it's nowhere
That's just
near accurate.
embarrassing. Like, I think that's embarrassing for Casting Call Club, honestly, because like they're admitting that half of the things on their site just aren't going to be finished. You know, like,
unfortunate.
that just feels bad.
I think like the only thing I like, if you're gonna have to do something and you want it to be done, is it paid? Because like then you've got at least like another 50% to your odds there.
Right, like if you're doing paid work, you're gonna like finish this project.
If somebody's putting greenback on your credits, man, yeah, there's a good chance someone's gonna actually
My
finish
favorite
it because
thing-
they realize they paid money for it.
My favorite thing on Casting Call Club is where you see all the comic dubs where like they're like, yeah, we haven't gotten permission from any of the comic makers yet. Yeah, we haven't like actually found the comics we're gonna dub yet, but we want to like pre-cast roles because like we know that we want to do
man.
this because it's gonna be a Danganronpa, it's gonna be a Has-Been Hotel casting thing.
Oh man, you had to do it like that.
Look, I can't help the fact that like nothing good happens when you're doing a Casting Call Club project about Has-Been Hotel. I'm sorry, but you need to hear this.
Stop. You don't need to do them like that. I don't care how real it is. You don't gotta do them like that.
I'm a hater tonight. TFS was in Dragon Ball Super
I
at
don't really
V8
mind the
Star
website that much because, admittedly, it's like what you either have this, Twitter.com, and Voices.com, but one of those requires money.
Right. And VDC went to shit. Like, I actively unsubscribed from Voices.com because of their
Most people
AI
do.
application implementation.
Yeah.
How do I get over there?
All right, I still have my old profile picture. I need to change that on casting call. Shoot.
Yeah.
Because I do not have. Okay, somebody did this like for everybody, and remember that freaking fandom thing I mentioned? One of the people in that server had like made like little profile pictures for everyone who didn't have one. And
Right.
I'm like, oh, that's cute. But then let's just say me and the owner had a bit of a falling out. She was good friends with that guy, and she blocked me. So I don't really have permission to use that thing, Riley.
Oh,
Really,
no.
or it's at the very least, it's in the gray area. I gotta switch that.
They gave you permission when they made it. They can't revoke permission after you have it. Actually, Actually, that's not the greatest mindset of it. Actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, I don't like that mindset. I still want to switch it here.
Yeah, just don't yet. Make a pit crew avatar. Pit crew avatars are all the rage again.
I have my Discord one. I'll just use this one. Plus, the more I have like that guy there, the more I'm going to be typecast as father, and I'm like, come on, I can do more than just being father.
I'm more than a dad.
I'm more than just a father who isn't a father.
I'm an abusive father. Wait.
Yeah, wait.
I'm not an abusive father, chat.
Oh, please, with my voice, I would never.
Say you're never gonna be on the varsity football team with those biceps.
You're never gonna make it to Little League with those tears. Anyway.
Oh, you didn't say the line.
I didn't say the line.
Why didn't you say the line?
I didn't know you wanted me to say the line.
I said you should say the line. You're never gonna make it in. You're never gonna make it on the high school varsity football team with arms like that, Jimmy.
Hang on.
I think I missed something.
What is that a quote from?
I made it up.
Oh, I thought you were recording The Sopranos.
No, I haven't gotten that far, maybe.
Anthony Jr., you gotta join the football team.
Come on, Jimmy. You're never gonna make it onto varsity with limbs like those. Come on.
With limbs like that.
With the biceps like these. Come on.
When limp, noodly little arms like that, eh?
Yeah.
You ever been called noodle arms?
Noodle arms? No.
Noodle arms. Hey, noodle arms, get your ass over here. We're gonna throw you a pigskin.
Oh, right. Use the verification. Damn it.
You got a 2-factor verification. You're casting called a club. Otherwise, how else are you gonna buy more money on... I don't know. How else are you gonna get casting gigs that don't pay? Yeah, all I know at this point, like, I'm not looking for voice acting work because I'm focused more on, like, my academics. And I think that that's way more important to me at this point in my life. I like voice acting. I think it's a lot of fun. I like the idea of expression and, like, the fact that I can sort of explore what it means to be human and not human under a variety of different, like, circumstances of pretend. I think that's just really fun, and it allows me to be a more well-rounded person as a whole because it forces me to step out of my comfort zone. But right now, my focus is mainly on getting a PhD. We're probably getting a boss fight. So that's what all the records were. Oh, she's a necromancer. Oh, she's cool. My delectable estate. We are looking for a soul stone to save our best friend. Oh, I suppose I should simply give you one then. I have a better idea. How about the three of you join my army permanently? Not happening. Oh,
dang, what an offer.
Oh, look at you, taking courteous eroticis all seriously. You barged in here uninvited and caused irreparable damage to my property, did you not? Seems only fair you would compensate me for my troubles. Don't get overconfident. They are fully trained solstice warriors. Ha! This is getting interesting. Are you like these Solana and Luan wannabes who thought they would ascend by fighting me? An irrelevant matter, much like your very selves. Let us begin. And please, don't worry. You won't stay dead for long. I left one of my jobs because they made fun of my academics. Glad I left the area. You're so valid for that. People who make fun of other people's jobs are stupid.
Fun.
From my... let's just attack. Necromancy. I should have known. And let me guess, you...
I should have known.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we can definitely, like... We can definitely attack the bone piles and everything, too. Interesting. I mean, I'm gonna just Lunar Moonerang. It'll be good. It'll be good. And I'll focus this time. I won't fuck up.
Oh man, it's so weird going back and you realize that there are like so many videos that were released 7 days ago, which coincidentally was on April 1st. And now I'm like, wait a minute.
Now hold on just a minute. Wait, you're...
This content slightly strange. And I'm like, oh, that's why.
Wait, you're telling me a turtle fucked this robot?
What?
You're telling me a machine made this creature that could learn how to love? You're telling me this cowboy was You're telling me my son dried these tomatoes? You're telling me people just went on the internet and fucking lied? On April 1st, 2024? Why would they ever do that? Why would anyone do such a terrible, odious thing such as that? Hellfire Raid. Okay, that's not horrible. I'm gonna get the little spugs out of her.
Oh yeah, I guess I should mention. So last week, what is it? I had to, or at least I volunteered to house sit for my parents while they were away in Scotland.
Oh yeah? And how'd that go?
Yeah. Well, for me, very fine. My mom got COVID on day 1.
Oh no.
So,
oh no.
to be fair, regulations have changed, so it actually wasn't like super bad for her. So for like the first 2 days, she just basically had to wear a mask and be constantly outside. Like,
yeah.
If you had her, she can't be inside and do the inside things.
Sure.
And then once she had symptoms, like the symptoms went away, she more or less just had to have the mask on for a few more days. And then later she was like fine with it. I was really worried that it was going to ruin the whole week of her vacation, but thankfully that was not the case.
Well, yeah, I suppose it could have been a lot worse. Still, definitely, like, I'm not used to that whole, like, oh yeah, if you have COVID, just wear a mask and whatever. Like, I would personally
yes, that'll solve the problem.
Yeah, I personally think that it's probably better to still isolate, but hey, you know what? You know,
like, as long as the air's like out there still circulating, it's more or less fine. You just don't want to do it in an enclosed space.
Yeah, it's still definitely fuzzy to me. It's hard to say for certain.
I don't get it. Like, it's uncomfortable. I totally understand that. It gives me the heebies. Like,
yeah.
Like, oh, I'm just going to get even farther distance away from you just because I know. I totally get it. No,
yeah.
Oh god. So when that was happening though, I went to the doctor. I told them I was having carpal tunnel-like symptoms, and I got a wrist brace now, which I've been wearing, just until the symptoms go away, which they mostly have, but I'm just wearing it for a little bit longer.
Sure. I'm glad you have a wrist brace.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice. But since I had to do that, for the most part, he also told me, like, hey, you might want to stop doing all the stuff that's making your wrist bad. So you know what that means. No gaming.
Oh, I thought, like, no jacking off.
Oh, no, that's what the... anyway, so...
Doctor, my wrist hurts. You should use your shoulder more. It's late. I can say this.
Alright. It's okay. Yeah. Alright. No. Anyway, so in doing that, I basically had to figure out how to entertain myself for, like, that week. And I'm like, alright, if I need to cut back on this, and it didn't stop me completely, I still decided to make, like, a mashup that, like, what is it? Like a 2 nights afterwards, which is that thing that I shared that thumbnail with you.
Yeah. The 5 Nights at Freddy's song that you made.
No.
Yeah, you should make a Dream That's Why I Wear the Mask parody.
No, don't. Stop.
Why not? What's stopping you?
I don't. No.
Why not?
I try to enjoy. Okay, I say this. I try to somewhat enjoy the music that I usually do mashups with. Taylor Swift was the exception. I did that just because I knew it would be clickbait material, and you know what? I kind of regret it now because I know because almost nobody clicked on it. And you know what? That's totally fair.
I don't know. I think Taylor Swift is fine.
I can't force people to click on a song that mentions Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is not that bad. People are just haters.
Anyway. So no, then I entertained myself by linking up. Oh God, what was it? I found like this old video of watching like old anime intros of like the top one for that year. So I dug up like a bunch of older. Oh God, what was it? A decent bit of older. What's the thing called? Just older like anime stuff that I brought up. Which ones did I find? So I ended up finding 3 of them. One series I watched to completion. Another one which I did, but only to find out. Oh yeah, there's 6 other series.
Oh
Hang on,
no.
what was it called? Oh, because I never knew this existed, and I'm like, oh no, Sunrise made this. And yeah, there's like 7 other ones, so not nearly as long as the first one. Thank God. Because what was it? I found DNA 2, which I want to say it's like proto Yu-Gi-Oh. That's if that kind of makes sense, where
Sure.
some guy has an alter ego personality that he switches to, like back and forth between.
Yeah, I think I get it.
Yeah. So that's like somewhat like the prototype for Yu-Gi-Oh in that sense. There might be actually one before that one. I want to say the original concept I think for that idea is probably Jekyll and Hyde, but I'm not entirely sure on that.
DN Angel?
Nope, DNA Angel is something else. This is called DNA 2.
Okay.
DNA Angel is the same concept though. I have watched that. Very good show. Fine, it's DNA squared if you want to be more specific. Alright, and then I saw that one. I need to watch Space Adventure Cobra because that actually looks really good from what I've seen of it. But then no, I watched Future Cyber Formula GPX. That is a mouthful of a title.
That sounds like Mirai Nikki.
No, it's just a racing anime, but it's got like a lot of iterations from it because it's made by Sunrise, and Sunrise couldn't miss in the 90s if it tried.
Yeah.
You don't know who Sunrise is? That's the Gundam people. They made the Gundam.
They made G Gundam and Gundam Fucks and Gundam Shit My Pants and Gundam Wing as a TV show, and Gundam Goes to the Moon and Gundam Saves the Zoo.
Gundam to the moon.
Gundam Saves the Zoo is my favorite.
Gundam takes New York.
Gundam to
what
Escape
is it?
from
Gundam
Africa.
Stop. Stop. No. But no, honestly, having watched the original that GPX Explorer thing, not a bad show. Would actually
Nice. Nice. Children, I swear, I'm not about to die over a stupid rock. I yield for now. Here's your soul stone. Now go away. We are the crystal gems. What now? You also need a green flame, otherwise the ferryman won't take us back. You do want us to go, don't you? Nerve. The disrespect! Grab a bottle from my desk, then get off of my estate! Yay, I did it. Count your blessings. If we meet again, it won't be a simple 3 versus 1. Leave!
It wasn't 3 versus 1.
It wasn't 3 versus 1. If anything, it was a 5 versus 1. Hang in there, Garl, worked Harmon. This grapple hook, real neat, real cool, like a lot. Good mechanic. Very fun mechanic.
What's up, baby girl? Come on, we coming for you.
What's up, baby girl? Let me grapple in your ears. I'm gonna tell you something sharp and pointy that you might like to hear. Wait till you see my hook. Wait till you see my hook. Man, this room, real cool. Real cool room. I do like this. This zone is very cool. Like, you know they just went all in on the fucking bones. Bones! Drink water.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out of water. Okay. Good stuff. Spartan, did you... Alex, you weren't there. Alice got water apocalypted in her
Oh
stream.
no, did everyone redeem water at the same time?
Yep, everyone did it at the same time, and Alice just like
Oh god.
got very down and out about it.
It's like, alright.
And stretch. Thank you, Alice and Demo.
Turn on the OBS, I'm downing it.
Oh, I'm stretching. Use your
Let's
grapple
stretch,
Uju. I hope your friend can do it in time. Make sure you get there before his soul goes to hell. They always are all...
Oh yeah, no. That DNA 2 anime, though, I was mentioning about, the plot of that is actually kind of ridiculous. I mentioned that split personality thing, but I should mention the split personality is specifically referred to as the Super Mega Playboy.
No. No.
It is canonically referred to as the...
As the what?
Oh,
As the
God,
super
hang on,
duper high school level Playboy?
It's, I mean, okay, it's maybe just referred to as the Mega Playboy. Sometimes they add super in front of it, but he's canonically just referred to as the Mega Playboy. Who is... It is exactly what you think it is. And it's one of those weird things where it just kind of snaps and he can't control it whatsoever, because otherwise, if he's next to a girl, he straight up vomits.
What?
This is an actual show.
What?
This was an actual show in the 90s.
What? What? I
Apparently
mean, like,
very well
okay,
received.
in my defense, in its defense, like, they have some very novel ideas in the 90s, let's put it that way. 90s anime is full of these novel ideas. Linda Cube, again, is
Oh,
a
there was
game
an
like
idea
that.
in that one episode. Oh my god.
Alex, you should play Linda Cube, you would like it.
I know you. I knew you were gonna mention it. It's
Yeah. It's
but
fun.
you are recommending Linda Cube to people like an Undertale fan first discovering Undertale.
Yeah. Dude, it's like Boss Baby vibes, like, guy who's only seen Boss Baby sees his second movie. This movie reminds me of Boss Baby.
Stop.
What, did that make you lol?
Oh god.
Good, because I didn't think of it.
That make us stop.
I didn't think of half of the
Alright,
things that I
alright.
say, so...
That's okay. No, in that show, there is like one particular small arc of like 2, maybe 3 episodes where, like, you know, the main character, he vomits when he's next to women. Well, coincidentally, he meets a girl that whenever she's next to, she gets nervous, especially around men. I don't even know if I can.
Don't, if
It
it's,
doesn't violate TOS.
if it's lewd or gross, maybe don't.
Okay, you know what? Yeah. You know, after that, yeah, let's not chance it. I've already had that right story. Let's not chance anything else.
Yeah. What? Just like be very general. Does she get flustered?
I'll DM it to you.
Yeah,
I'll
DM it to me. Let's see what he has to say. Oh, you could say that. That's fine.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, if she gets close to this, like, if she gets close to a guy she likes, or she gets nervous, she farts for like straight up like 10 seconds. Solid.
That's funny.
Solid 10 seconds.
That's actually hilarious. I think that's
It is
really
not.
funny. I think that's really funny.
You might call it hilarious. I find it as a creator's poorly disguised fetish.
Whatever, it's funny. What? Like a girl sees a guy and she goes, "Uh-oh."
Straight up, just 10 straight up seconds of everyone like, just like everyone like looking at each other, looking back at the person. Just
she
back
makes
and
up
forth. It's
like that. She just goes like that. Just a wet fart.
it's so bad. I don't know why. Why did they do that?
Hey man, I didn't think of it. All I know is that wet fart noise can be kind of funny, especially with reverb. Why does this sound kind of familiar? I mean, like, I don't know, maybe you've seen this, Spartan.
Brother, yeah, man. I think you just repressed the memory. I'm sorry for unrepressing your memory.
Excuse me. Yeah, no.
A good threat to give to somebody, actually. Fuck you. I'm going to unrepress your memories.
Fuck you. You're gonna have your trauma be brought to light.
Unrepresses your memories.
Unrepresses your memories. Good shit.
A green flame you found, I see. Aboard my raft, I welcome thee.
Yeah. Riding on a boat. On the fucking skeleton boat. So, how does this work? It's pulsing. Maybe if I just... There she goes. It worked. Great, Sarai, how to... She left. We didn't even get to thank her. What a strange character. She's way better than Garl. I don't like using Garl that much.
That's fair.
Bulwark of the innocence thing. I'm so glad you gave that up. To be fair, we did help a bunch of people already. Sure, there's just no need to act all grand about it. Forever to ascend as the solar one, I will be the spark. Oh, stop, I was 10. I don't understand it. My floodgate was like a what? Like we were first learning magic? Sort of, but way stronger. You think it was just the dweller? No, it didn't feel evil or even bad. I was supposed to see a girl in danger. I couldn't let it in, but I feared it would overwhelm me. Maybe I could have helped him, but if Sarai hadn't showed up, Zale, we're safe now. That's what mattered. I think that was my prophecy. What do you mean? The Elder Mist, he told me I had potential, but first needed to stare at the night inside of me. I think this is what he meant. The thought of losing a loved one. I felt the power, but I couldn't actualize it. I wouldn't overthink it. Prophecies are not swayed by the attention we give them. Aren't you curious about yours? He said I might not be able to create paths on water. What does that even mean? I might be able to create paths on water. Yeah, talk about cryptic. The way I look about it, it's not going to happen. It's going to happen or not, no matter losing a... This is so... Yeah, okay, you have no opinions.
Yep, this is like, yeah, this is an adventure. Whatever.
That's why we make a good team, I guess. Or maybe it's because stealing my live mana helps you show off. Ha, forget it. You do it way more than I do. Oh, Carl's alive.
He's cringing at the dialogue.
Yeah, he's cringing like, you guys, just kiss. Hey, welcome back, Garl. I just had a really bad dream, you guys. What happened? Remember how we couldn't stop the village of running around? Yes, that almost happened to you. That almost happened to you. Whoa, you mean she kind of teleport? By carving magic gates out of thin air somehow. We've got to. Yes, I'm sure we'll never see her again.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Like, that's ever gonna happen.
Oh, what?
Whom?
What are you doing here? The teacher. Our teacher's here. Our headmaster's voice. Well, look who made it here on time. Hey everyone, it's so good to see you. The eclipse is upon us. The eclipse is here, hooray. It was here today, yes, it's true. The dweller might control you, but it's actually a paralyzing point by some time, and we fight a necromancer and... A necromancer? You mean to tell me Zell and Belay fought Ramaya and lived? We had help. These two, I swear. No matter, we must leave for the dweller's lair at once. I will explain on the way. Last time to make preparations, let me know when you are ready. The eclipse is upon us. Hello. Yes. Make sure you do shit. Fuck, whatever. Hey, you coming with us? Cliche? Ninja pirate robot? Cowboy? Anyway. We'll do preparations next week. I'm getting tired, and we've been going for almost 3 hours at this point.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. Y'all keep the fun coming around, and Alex, thanks for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Good to have you on stream. Let me see if there's anyone we can raid tonight. Have a good night. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for doing that. All right. I don't think we're gonna raid anyone tonight. So, thanks. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.